Although Poughkeepsie is nothing but upstate to some city dwellers, it's actually more than just trees and farmland. Many legends and stories are rooted in this city of 32,000 people. Some as old as the Dutch that told tales in the late 1600s, and others as new as the stretch marks on the waitresses at the Tilted Kilt. The stories vary and are whispered among many in the city. Stories that intrigue and fascinate any who will listen. Some think that these legends should remain untouched and unspoken of, like the brutal murders of serial killer Kendall Francois, or the birthday special at Smiles. We've all heard of the tales, but we don't know what the truth is. But beyond the usual whispers of horror, I've recently been introduced to a new legend, one that has been building for over 2 years, although it appears hardly anyone has ever heard of it. It's the story of a strange transmission coming from Poughkeepsie, from some strange sex dungeon of a studio. Some say it's the end of terrestrial radio, and it's a beacon of light in the ever-expanding community that is referred to as podcasting. Others say it's just the remnants of the 90s clinging to their youth and talking too much about their bowel movements. Neighbors claim that they hear post-grunge bellowing from within the walls of the strange place, whatever the fuck post-grunge is. Rumors of the wafting scent of bourbon belches and beer farts bring fear into their locals. Whatever the strange occurrence is, I had to learn more about it, and I decided I would go firsthand into the cave of mystery here in Hudson Valley. Welcome to Dead Radio Podcast.
This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
Welcome to Dead Radio.
We're not doing that.
How did she come to have sex with a dead man?
Don't call me Radio Unit 91.
You're a dead man. You're a dead man!
He's God here in this radio station.
Place where the dead speak.
Rebel Radio!
I'm a fake? Yes. How'd you like to be dead?
You ever think about doing radio?
My team is dead!
But you're not crazy. You're me. And this is just radio.
By the powers vested in me by the Federal Communications Commission, I command you to get on the microphone in a serious manner and continue this broadcast.
I'd just like to say, fuck PCs and rest in peace, Tilted Kilt.
Yeah. That intro wasn't exactly timeless.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's a time capsule. I had no idea.
I hadn't listened to that in almost years.
We probably
at this
played
point.
it the last time you were on, maybe.
No, I don't think it was on the last time.
No.
Oh, we made. No, I think.
I think it's like from my first episode.
Yeah, we
dude.
made it the first episode.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
might have put that in. Because you've been on like twice since then, right?
I think so, yeah.
Well, welcome everybody to episode 211 with our good friend Toni of Knitting is Metal and finally back.
Oh, yes.
Hudson Valley Legends.
That's right. Yep.
So exciting. So very exciting.
I bring good news to you all.
Yeah, it was I was super excited to have you on the show to announce it, but then you just announced it.
I got excited.
I didn't know about it until...
She came into the coffee shop. What day was that? Saturday or something?
Saturday,
like that?
yeah.
She came into the coffee shop Saturday, and she's like, real quick. By the way, I went,
you're the
no
first.
shit.
The first, and you were so busy too. I felt so fucking
Oh
bad.
no,
so.
it was cool. It was a nice little pick me up because that day was a shit show.
Really?
Yeah, it was a nightmare. But yeah, so Toni is knittingismetal.com. Also at knittingismetal on Instagram. Explain that real quick. You have a very nice way of explaining what that is to people.
Actually, I listened to your last episode. You did a pretty good job of it.
Oh, okay.
So thank you. Yeah, basically, it's just a place for the
sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. It's a place.
What happened here? All right, now again.
Test.
Jesus. All right, sorry about that.
That's okay. This place is falling apart around
No,
us.
I don't know. I touched one button. And it all goes to shit.
Knitting is Metal is basically a safe place for anybody who's kind of like an esoteric creator who wants to get involved in something that may be considered like a grandma craft, but ultimately anybody can be involved in.
Yeah. We proved that live.
Yeah. In the boringest episode of Dead Radio ever.
I made you a 4-minute clip of the good bits. Yeah, I was like, ooh, there's a lot of dead time here.
I still have mine like right where I left off.
Very good, very good. So you're working on it. It's a work in progress.
Hey, we tried.
I mean, maybe.
We try to make things happen. Sometimes they don't hit.
You both did very well. I was very proud. You learned like within an hour, which is pretty tough.
Yeah, I still remember it all too. I
Good.
just haven't picked it back up because it was so frustrating once I fucked it up.
I do love how you're just like, wow, I'm better at this than you. And then like an hour and a half later, I'm like, yeah, I'm a lot farther behind, but I have no mistakes.
Oh, no. I was fine. Like the whole thing that I did there was fine. Once I took it home and I started doing it and like watching TV and shit while I was doing it, I kind of lost
Jacked it all up.
Yeah.
It just takes practice, which you don't have to commit to. It's fucking boring for some people. I get it. I get it. But for the people who love it, it's a lot of fun.
I liked it at first, and then it just like it became very frustrating, and then I don't know.
We'll
I
get you
put it
working
down.
on your dick hat, and then once you have your dick hat, you're gonna want to make 1,000
like
more.
it's like a tattoo. You just once
right.
you get one, you need more.
I think I would enjoy it once I got fairly okay at it and didn't have to look.
Yes.
'Cause if I didn't have to look, I could just watch TV and do it.
Totally. Yeah.
So, I got really into making these survival bracelets, and I don't need to look at all.
You make those?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
They're super easy. It's a way easier than knitting for sure.
They look pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Did wait, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Do you have to look? Can you do it blind now?
For the most part, unless I'm doing something really complicated.
Yeah.
But if I'm knitting something simple like a hat or again a dick hat. No. Knitting pretty much anything that's like straight knits, like a stockinette knit. I can just watch TV.
Oh wow.
That's pretty much how I do it. Yeah.
Can I commission like a wool hat?
We talked about it last time. Yeah. I don't do shit for you guys. You guys ask me questions, and I'll be
like,
I would
pay you for it.
Of course.
Because I've been getting into hunting, so I want wool mittens and I want a wool hat.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has to be 100% wool.
Yeah. No, totally. Yeah. I wouldn't fuck you on that.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it off. A scarf would be nice too.
I just don't want to mess
I'm
up my
looking
hair.
for stuff where I want to go kind of old school with it because shit's expensive. I would rather have a wool hat that's gonna last. Like I'll be able to give it to my grandchildren.
Yep.
Rather than buy some fucking bullshit $100 synthetic whatever. And wool soaking wet will keep you warm.
I also, it's like I'm corporate, so I can get that shit cheap. And we can just make it. So totally.
Yeah, let's do it. So I'd like a hat and mittens. I think mittens are where it's at for hunting. You just yank it off and then shoot something.
I do so if you want to get complicated, the mittens that like they stop like at your fingers or their individual fingerless, and then you just fold the mitten over. Those are the ones I actually use.
Yeah.
Because the mittens are the best period for keeping your hands warm.
Touching.
Yeah, keeping your hands warm. Right. But yeah, you can't do shit in them. So as soon as you're ready, you just kind of like you can just bite them off and then.
I was gonna say, picturing a guy holding a rifle with mittens on is the cutest fucking.
You gotta shoot it with your. You gotta pull the trigger with your thumb.
Kind of whapping it on the side.
Would it be possible for you to do like the flip open mittens?
I've made the flip open ones before. I'm not gonna lie, they're not my best work. So you'd have to let me practice a little, but I know people who can make you better ones.
Just give them a pair of mittens and then we'll just cut them.
Just fucking cut them. Yeah,
just cut them off like a pair of jeans, like a pair of nice denim jeans.
Yeah. But I'm looking at like hunting gear and I'm like, what? This is stupid. It's just crazy how expensive it is. Like, and wool yarn is not expensive.
Nope. You're paying for the craft.
Yeah.
The coolest thing about knitting is metal is now that you're dyeing your own yarn.
I am.
I was so stoked when you first started doing that because you have this community and everything, but like at the same time, I was just like, I wish she just dyed her own. I wish she had her own yarn. I don't know what it takes. It was just a thought I had in my head, and I'm like, that would like take it over the fucking top. And then lo and behold, you just came out with
one more level of handmade.
And it's a lot though. Like I'm past the 101 point. Like I can manage, and like now they don't like because the big thing you have to worry about when you're dyeing yarns is that they might be oversaturated. So, like, let's say I made you a hat with like a brown color like dye, and then the first time you wash it, it all bleeds out all over to your clothes and everything. So you have to kind of learn how to balance it and do basically like the chemistry to keep everything intact. So I'm there now. Now it's more the creative part of learning what colors work well. I just dyed up some really cool ones, which I'm actually going to bring to Hudson Valley Creator Fest. And I was going to name them Logistics on the Airway.
Oh, yeah. Logistics on the air. Right on.
And they're really cool. I wanted to grab them this morning, but my day has been fucking chaos. But I'll show you, obviously,
awesome.
on the day.
Because I don't remember the first line, but it was like a couple of them. The one that sticks out the most was this, like, I think it was like white and green and silver, and it was called Sweet Leaf.
Yes,
and
yes.
they're all based on...
No, those are not my dyes, though.
Oh,
those
they're not
come
yours.
from wool and vinyl.
Oh,
She's
okay.
beyond. She's 1,000 times more talented than me.
Okay.
But yeah, she had Sweet Leaf. She had Ozzy, November Rain. Like,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
so fucking cool.
I loved entitling them and everything like that.
Yeah, they're the
And
best.
the bloodstained mosh pit.
That one is mine.
That one's fucking crazy.
That
I was like,
one is
holy
mine.
shit, that looks like a bloody rag. It's awesome.
And
yeah,
it's
really cool.
Fucking wild too. Yeah, it looks really cool.
Now, are you working your way toward a Guy Fieri one? Volume 2.
Yes.
You have to do a Flavor Town one for me. I don't know why.
Flavor Town
but
Revival.
It's the most ridiculous thing ever.
You've made me go from absolutely hating and not paying attention to Guy Fieri to like just like going with it and laughing with him.
It's you get obsessed, right? Like, I don't care about him, but I care deeply about him. It's very weird.
Yeah, I just is it time consuming to do it? To dye?
Actually,
yarn?
not really. It's more just method. It's more just making sure you've got the chemistry right. Making sure that, okay, so like I'll give you an example. The one I was going to try and do for you guys was I was going to name one called What Are You Drinking?
Okay.
It was going to be a tan color with a white like top. So it would have looked like a beer when it's all wrapped up. I was really excited about it. I ran out of fucking brown. So I was like, I'm going to make brown. Like,
oh, no.
I'm going to make a brown color. I wound up mixing a whole bunch of colors together. I dipped it in, and then everything just kind of made this strange amalgam, and it's so fucking metal, and I can't recreate it because I want it. Like, it's got like these like weird murky undertones with like these lime greens in it because nothing combined. I didn't know. I'm an idiot. So I've got this one kick-ass skein, and I'm like, I want to make these, and I'm like, I can't fucking do it because I have no idea how I did this in the first place.
It kind of
So,
sucks.
I know.
Yeah, so you have to have some sort of consistency.
Yeah, you have to know what you're doing.
Oh, well, that's interesting. So it's not terribly
That's
difficult.
not hard. No, I mean, if you've ever tie-dyed a shirt, you're pretty much halfway there. You
Oh,
know?
okay.
It's kind of the same thing.
All right.
Just lots of heat, though.
I have tie-dyed a shirt.
I've never tie-dyed a shirt.
What was your childhood? When did you do it?
My I was a single father who was a mechanic and a men's softball player.
You were a single father?
I was
You-
not.
you
I
were
grew
a
up.
5-year-old single dad.
I grew up under the regime of a. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I should have said. But yeah, he was not into all that.
I got you.
That
Yeah,
stuff.
my mom,
Fair.
for my first 7 years of being alive, she was a stay-at-home mom, sort of, but she had like a daycare. So
Okay.
there's like 12 kids in the house all the time.
You gotta
Lots
figure
of
out something
Yeah,
to do.
so she had like her, and then she had like a helper that helped. We had like a dozen people. So yeah, we tie-dyed T-shirts. We did silk screening. We did, that like puff paint you draw on a shirt.
That was
You remember
shit
that?
back in the day.
Yeah, that was
I don't
really
remember
big in the
that
80s.
shit.
What did
The
you-
first
what did
time
you
I
used to
started
do?
doing
Just,
like
pull up carpets. Like,
honestly, the first like
Come on, mow the lawn.
yeah,
like
it was like
6.
mowing the lawn, practicing baseball. Shit, man, I
Guy
got a
stuff.
guitar. I got a guitar when I was like 12 or 13, and that's when and then I met these fucking clowns,
Yeah.
Adam and the lot, and then that's when I started the creative shit. Started going photography and like silk screening our own shirts and stuff. I had like
Yeah.
4 or 5 Pearl Jam shirts that just I made,
Oh,
and
that's
people were like,
awesome.
"Wow!" Like Pearl Jam fans would be like, "Where'd you fucking get that shirt?" Like I made it in high school.
That's the
I
most
still,
90s
dude, I still have
thing
all,
I've
I
ever
still
heard
have
in my
all
life.
those screens. You want to make those shirts again? I still
I think
have
I
all
still
of
got
them.
them kicking
Yeah.
around too, man. I
Yeah.
had
Holy
like a
shit.
really good one. It was the cover of the single for "Go" by
I have-
Pearl
I
Jam,
have
and
that
it was
one.
Eddie. That was
I have
yeah.
that one. Yeah.
It's Eddie like lifting up a
clown mask.
clown mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's really dark and like shitty looking, but it was solid. You put it on a black on a red shirt. It was awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I have that screen.
Yeah,
the one that we did to make that shirt. I have that still.
You guys want to make some knitting as metal shirts?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have a screen printing machine.
Oh, no shit.
I just need to get screens and stuff because I'm not willing to sacrifice anything that I have right now. So I need to get new blank screens.
Back when we were able to like just steal art supplies to make that stuff and do it all pretty much for free, except for the whatever T-shirt, and it was a T-shirt from your drawer.
Yeah,
right. I've got to figure out where, because the screen printer that I have, you have to like paint the emulsion on, and then you expose it, and then you peel the thing off. When we were in high school, we had this machine, and I've never been able to find it, where you could buy 8.5 by 11 silk screens, and it was just the screen. It wasn't in a frame, and you seriously just took a photocopy, put it on the back of it, and you ran it through the machine. It exposed it, you peeled it off, and then you'd stretch it into a plastic frame. It was the easiest
never heard of that before.
thing ever.
We would do like 3 or 4 in a period.
What?
We would just bang them out.
It was the easiest thing,
awesome.
and I've never been able to find those sheets.
Yeah, our photography teacher would be like, guys,
those are really expensive.
Very expensive. Shut up, Martin.
Yeah, shut up, Martin. we got this.
Going. It was great. But yeah. So we did mention also that. Well, we should mention we're still on Knitting is Metal. That you are the largest sponsor that we have.
You're tied with Adams Fairacre Farms.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, we didn't get any $1,000 sponsors yet.
Yeah.
Maybe next
when
year.
I was looking through the paperwork, I'm like, good luck, boys.
Yeah. But you gotta
throw it out there.
You gotta shoot high.
You gotta cast the net.
Yeah.
And we caught 2. Yeah, $250 sponsorship. That is like unbelievable. When I saw that, I came in, I couldn't even. That was just. It's just beyond. And thank you so much for supporting it.
You're welcome. Honestly, like all jokes aside, like you guys have been here since day one. You remember meeting you guys when I first started Hudson Valley Legends, so like it's the least I can do.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're very excited for Creator Fest, and the money that you gave us is really puts us into a place. Donations like that put us into a place where it becomes legit.
Well, yeah,
where,
we're ahead of
last year.
We're way ahead of where we were last year.
Last year we had, we cleared. When we went into this, I said, I'm going to be happy if we don't lose money the first year.
Yeah.
If we make $30, I will seriously give our charity $500 of my own money just to do it. So, and we made a couple $1,000, but we didn't have any big sponsorships. We're already past what we made last year, and we haven't even done it yet.
That's amazing.
So,
and I got another 170 coming your way.
Yeah. You want to get
yeah, I was just talking about that. Well,
let's do a
Jumping.
teaser on that, and let's go into what are you drinking? Because I really want to drink this vodka.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
So yeah, we'll linger longer a little bit.
It's what are you drinking?
You don't have to have it.
I do.
Yeah. I don't want ice. So.
Well, I do want ice.
I want my fancy glass.
Do you want an ice cube?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Adam.
So I'm gonna let you pour yours because you said you might fall asleep if you drank some booze.
Oh.
But help yourself.
I guess I'll go with mine. What I got here. I'm just polishing off from a week ago the gin mare, the gin infused with olives, thyme, rosemary, and basil, the Mediterranean style gin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Delightful.
It's wonderful up, but it's just as good mixed. It was a wonderful little sniff. Loved it.
So right now we're about to try Three Meadows Spirits. It's their peony vodka.
Oh, it
It's
smells
a subtle
like
blend
flowers.
of 9 ingredients.
beautiful.
These guys are out of Millerton, New York. I met their rep, really nice guy.
Local
Convinced me to buy a $30 bottle of vodka.
Oh, is that the
Okay.
fucking?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's
So
not.
the price point's not bad. It's a
Yeah.
$7.50.
I thought it was the Monet, whatever, or not Monet. What is that one with
Looks
the
more like
people in
Good
the park?
Times.
Oh, the one from
Ferris
Ferris
Bueller.
Bueller's
Yeah.
Day Off. Pointillism. I don't know the name of the painting, but that's the style.
Yeah, right. Like that was like the beginning of Chandler's fucking nervous breakdown.
Chandler?
Was it Chandler? No.
No, Chandler's
Cameron.
from Friends.
Fuck. I'm an idiot.
I was just nodding my head. I was like, yeah, Chandler.
Yeah, Chandler.
Yeah.
Chandler
Sure.
from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I've been up since 5, guys.
So what do we, all right, so what do we got? The Three Meadows Spirits.
I just want this as an air freshener. It's beautiful.
It smells amazing. It smells like a flower. Whoa, it tastes like a flower too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
like
That's
it?
got a burn at the end. Oh.
Ooh,
I love it.
Not a fan.
It's hanging right here.
Uh-huh. I'm usually all in on this, but it's a little sweet.
That's funny, man. I thought you were really going to like it.
No, it's sweet. That's why. If it's medicinal, I don't want any. I want it super dry.
I want
Because
this as a deodorant. I don't want to drink this.
Yeah,
you don't
right.
have to. I'll drink it.
It does. It smells like some deodorants that I've tried.
It's like a cocktail in a bottle. It's really surprising that you don't like this.
Yeah.
It's pungent.
Yeah.
Stings the nostrils.
Wow, I'm very, very surprised.
You're feeling it? You like it?
Yeah, I love it. It's very floral. It's got a little sweetness to it. It's almost like sweetness level that I like from a gin and tonic.
It's almost too sweet. I'd have to mix this with something. If I did a gin and tonic, I think it would be fine. And
The gin and tonic would make it sweeter.
Well,
I feel like I kissed like someone's grandma. Like it just doesn't.
yeah, it smells
Maybe
like
just
old
threw
lady
some,
perfume.
Yeah.
Threw some seltzer in it or something. Just to
Yeah.
cut it.
Oh well, do I have seltzer? Oh, I do here. I'll do a little like 50-50.
I've just
kinda
been drinking
thing
it
with
straight.
Seltzer.
Still don't like it. That's surprising.
I swear to God, it smells like my grandmother's bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got that soapy potpourri thing going on. Yeah.
Not a fan.
That's
no, thank
fine.
you.
I get to drink the rest then.
Yeah, you.
One
you
more,
brother.
One more for good luck.
Don't feel like
One
you
more
have
for
to
good-
drink it.
One more for good luck.
I'd
It's
love
not
to.
like it's a $90 bottle of vodka.
Did you talk to these guys why the flowers?
Yeah, it's from like 9 different distillations. So yeah.
Well, what was their idea behind the flowers?
Well, he wasn't the distiller for sure. But he rattled off like 9 different types of I would put this not as a vodka.
I have to
This
wash
is
it
more
down
like-
with a PBR.
This
like
is more like a botanical kind of gin kind of flavor. It's like
honestly-
gin with no juniper.
Honestly, if it was more of a gin, if it had like juniper to kind of back it
Yeah.
up to dry it out, or if
Yeah.
if it was just dried out a little bit more, I think I'd be able to deal with it. I just can't.
I just like that it's so different.
Yeah,
is different, yeah.
It's got that. But I've had plenty
got
of
character.
I've had plenty of different stuff before, and yeah. Wow, this Hudson Valley Best winner, gold medal, best flavored vodka. Oh my God, they won a bunch of awards for this shit.
It's because
I
it's
guess we're just
because it's
classless.
delicious.
I guess so. Yeah. Just
I mean, it like
just send me
I'm
over
gonna give
Barton's.
this. I'd
Just
be.
give me a good Barton's vodka, and I'm fine.
I would like for
Fuck.
in a category of flavored vodkas, I'd be giving this a 10. In a category of vodkas, I'd be giving it a 7 or an 8.
Wait, did you just say vodkas twice? Did I miss that?
Flavored.
Flavored
vodkas. It would be a 10.
Okay.
In a standard like regular vodka, you can't put it up against a not flavored vodka because they're
Yeah.
going for something. So it'd be like a 7 or an 8, something like that. Still good, but wouldn't be a winner.
Yeah.
But as far as flavored vodkas, this is one of the better ones I've ever had. So
When I was
I'm glad most people agree with me, aside from the two of you.
When
'cause
I
it's a
was
gold medal winning.
when I was a little kid, when I was a kid, 10, 11 years old, whatever, I was getting dressed up like in a suit and everything to go. I think it was I can't remember what it was. My mom was there, and she handed me cologne, like Drakkar Noir. I swear to God, it was Drakkar Noir, the black bottle with the like. It looked like a flask.
All yours.
For some reason, I tipped it over. I put it on my finger, and instead of doing the neck thing, I put it on my tongue. And as I did that, Mom was like, as I did it, I went, and I went to the sink. Well, I washed my tongue out. I don't know why I did that. I just wasn't thinking.
I've seen you do that with raw chicken.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm like, oh, yeah.
He's like marinating raw chicken, then he just goes like. What am I doing?
I'm like, oh, no. There's no coming back from that.
He just goes like, "What the hell am I doing?"
So that's what this tastes like.
That's what reminded you.
This vodka
Okay,
reminds me of
so
Drakkar Noir.
Most of the things that you like, Bosch,
Yeah.
taste like licking air freshener in the car.
Honestly, I'm not. I'm like.
This is so mild compared to the shit. He likes
Really?
shit that tastes like hairspray.
Oh yeah. I like real.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
You like alcohol
the
flavor
reason
then,
why
right?
No.
I'm
I
finding
It's like expensive varnish kind of flavors.
Robitussin. If it tastes
yeah,
like Robitussin,
or like if you're a fancy artist and you have like some sort of weird expensive paint thinner, that's the kind of shit that you like to drink.
it's organic.
This
thinner.
Top
this
shelf
smells
paint
like
thinner.
the essential oils of a pine tree. Yeah. This is so much more mild than the stuff that you like.
I'm
I
fi-
can see you not liking how sweet it is,
Yeah, it's. The
but
s-
it surprised me that you don't like the flavor.
It's the sweetness, and I'm finding out more and more that that weird kind of soft floral flavors. Like I'm fine with lavender.
See, I hate lavender.
I like. I've had lilac and stuff before. It doesn't bother me.
Lilac, I'm fine with.
But rose,
Mhm.
I hate. I've tried everything with rose in it. Can't do it.
Oh,
I've had a
interesting.
gin that was made with rose and mace.
That sounds amazing.
It does, but it's not.
See, like for me, lavender tastes like if you're in some sort of a spa and they have those like infuser things with a stick.
Yeah.
You just pull one of those out and stuck it in your mouth.
That's what I got here. That's what that is.
I don't get that from this.
Wow.
This is like a very mild version of
This
what
is,
you like.
This tastes to me like a well powdered old lady. You know, I like it's just
the
like
best kind of old
it's
lady.
like, is that perfume or is it powder? Because it smells like both. It could
See,
be both.
the thing is, I think this, and this is where I'm going to push back on you a little bit. This tastes the way things smell. The stuff
Yeah.
that he likes tastes like the chemicals that make things smell. So, like, if you took like a fucking, a pine air freshener and just
Yeah.
licked it,
Yeah.
that's the kind of gin that he likes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas
I'm
for
probably
me,
on
yeah.
board with you,
I
frankly.
like
Yeah.
I like super dry.
But if you tried the
medicinal
stuff that he
tasting.
likes
Yeah.
too, you'd probably have the exact same reaction.
Interesting. Okay.
It's the flower thing. I just like I'm finding more and more that like certain like flowers in things.
I just don't like the aftertaste on that. Like,
I really
I still taste it.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah, yeah.
drinking PBR.
Yeah, I cut it. I've had a few sips of this. I can still like.
That's
still
funny.
coating my tongue.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Because I put this as something that you were 100% going to like
Yeah,
Wow.
because of the things that you like.
You surprise each other every week.
every week. So, boy, oh boy. Yeah. So, we left it hanging there before.
Mhm.
So, also on top of Tony's generous $250,000
God damn, did I?
$250 donation, you also started up what you did last year. We had you on the show. For people who know the show, Adam, number 2, we're talking to you.
And old Logs.
A GoFundMe account. GoFundMe. What do you call
This,
those?
yeah,
It's a campaign.
Campaign.
Yeah.
Campaign.
It's like Kickstarter, except for it doesn't have to be a creative project. It could be for
Right.
charity.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
so-
Kickstarter, you can't do charity. Indiegogo, you can go, I need a new TV.
Right.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
It's whether or not people want to give you money.
So she started that up. Same as last year, you raised money, and the payoff for the whole thing, like for every dollar amount, you listen to a minute's worth of Saint Anger by Metallica.
Correct.
And now this
Largely
year,
regarded as the worst metal album
Yeah.
ever.
Yes.
now this year you've chosen Nickelback, Silver Side Up.
Well, I didn't choose it. The people chose it.
The people
The people
chose it.
chose. I had 4 albums up. It was Kiss Dynasty. It was,
And that's
which
the
actually
disco
isn't-
album,
yeah,
right?
it really isn't that bad of an album. But now it's such a fuck
And if
you.
you follow Knitting is Metal on Instagram, you get weekly updates.
It's on GoFundMe now.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
GoFundMe. It's if you follow Knitting is Metal
so we
on
said it
Instagram,
wrong.
what do you mean?
Didn't we say Indiegogo?
No, I said
The old
GoFundMe.
one was Indiegogo.
Okay.
I moved it over to GoFundMe. It's
Okay.
Nickelback Torture Fest.
So Dynasty. Yeah, if you
Yes.
follow Knitting is Metal on Instagram, you have weekly reminders
I
that
do.
Kiss did a disco album.
I do. I remind everybody every week. I have a pin that says Kiss made a disco album to remind everyone it's $1, but nobody will buy the fucking thing, so I just throw them in the packages now so people will take them.
I would like. I kind of want. Now I gotta get one just
Shit,
because
I
I
should've
feel
brought
lonely. Well, I got my battle jackets coming together nicely, so I'm looking
Very
for more
nice.
stuff
I've got
to put on
plenty
it.
of things for you then. The other albums were Chumbawamba Tub Thumping.
That was
my
that was
submission.
Adam's. That was a solid one.
That was
I
a
had
Because
that-
solid
what
song.
else is
The
on there?
first-
Nobody
What
knows.
else
The
is on
first
there?
we started talking about it, and it just came out. Like there was no thought at all. It was just
That's
came
the
out
most
of me.
pure suggestion.
Yeah.
Like I had my brain fried. I'm like I can't wrap my head around so many bad albums. But the other thing is too, like you have to pick one that is widely
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
everyone agrees.
everyone agrees. Like I
Yeah.
could say, Good Charlotte.
Right.
XYZ or
Yeah.
My Chemical Romance, The Black
Exactly.
Parade. That to me, listening to that album front to back would murder
be
me.
worse.
Well,
I
I
would
was
kill
gonna
But
do-
myself.
you'd get more donations for listening to the Kiss disco album.
Yes,
Exactly.
Everyone agrees that it's terrible.
I was gonna originally just do Imagine Dragons right off the bat.
Oh, they are the worst.
But
But
too many
like-
people like them.
Right, that's the problem. Too many people like it, so it would have been more of a divide than people giving me money. So I
Yeah.
had
Yeah,
to
yeah,
pick
yeah.
something we all go, oh yeah, that sucks. So there it is, silver side up.
So it was
Yeah.
Nickelback, Chumbawamba, Dynasty, and
There
what
was
was the other
one
one?
other one. I can't remember.
Oh, I don't remember either.
Hold on, I can pull it up.
It might
real
have been.
quick.
Nah, it couldn't have been.
There were
Imagine Dragons.
there were 4. I know that.
But yeah, Tub Thumping would have been interesting because that.
Because you'd get kind of amped up once every 40 minutes. You're like, this is great. And then
I love this song.
What the
Aw.
fuck is this?
What do they do? Like, who are they? Where did they come
oh,
from?
they just all work at
They're-
like day
they-
jobs and like insurance
Oh
companies
my
and stuff
God,
now
they
for
were-
sure.
Now I want to know, but yeah.
I know they had more albums than that
They
one.
had to have, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think we did this. I think we did
We
this
did.
already.
We
But
did.
we're gonna. It's an
Oh.
British alternative band formed in 1982.
That was Hanson.
Hanson.
Yeah, it was the MBop album.
Oh yeah.
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 What was that? What was that called?
He's called Mbop.
So next year, I think you should do a Vanilla Ice album,
Ooh.
but not one with any hits on it.
Yeah.
like a
his,
stray Vanilla
his-
Ice
there's
album.
gotta
his
be-
follow up.
He's got to have 3 or 4
His
albums,
follow-up.
right?
I'm here. Just give me
Yeah?
a second. Yeah.
What?
Because like you hear Ice Ice Baby now, and you're like,
Yeah.
this is fun.
Well, but here's the thing: do you do Vanilla Ice hip hop or Vanilla Ice hardcore?
What's this? Oh, well, I remember.
no,
he
you
did-
can't.
So wait a
you
minute.
can't.
Wait a
I
minute.
want to go down this road and I want to talk about it, but I'm saying 100% you can't do his newer stuff
Okay.
because no one's fucking heard of it.
All right.
I didn't
Yeah,
even
he's
know.
like in a hardcore band now.
So from
Yeah.
here, I will
Maybe not
clue
now.
you in here. So his mainstream
No one's in a
success
hardcore
lasted
band
from
anymore?
1990 to 1993, and then in
Me too.
he nonstop touring for 3 years. Blah 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 blah.
I hit my peak at 7.
On March 22nd, 1994, Ice released his second studio album, Mind Blowin'. Reviews were unfavorable.
Oh.
Entertainment Weekly reviewer James Bernard called the album more clunky than funky. He should
Wow.
be taken out and shot in the head for that one. Rolling Stone reviewer Daniel Smith praised the song Get Loose as snappy, writing that although the lyrics are inane, the song is a thumping party. One of the few places where Ice loosens up. He sounds solid at the beginning of The Wrath as well. So Mind Blowin' would have been the album you would have went to. You would have.
That's my vote for next year.
Yeah.
That's a 2020
Vanilla
vibe.
Ice.
Yeah.
Mind blowing. So, in 1997 to 2001, Ice later developed a friendship with producer Ross Robinson, who had become known for producing music by Deftones, Korn, Limp Bizkit, and Sepultura.
Oh man, Sepultura! How dare you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sepultura.
It's
Yeah,
Sepultura?
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
It's
Sepultura.
the first I've ever
honestly,
heard of that.
I
Really?
knew that.
Yeah.
I always say Sepultura. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just like one
I
of
mean,
those
it's
things.
spelled that way. So.
It's like melee. Like melee. I always say
Yeah.
melee when I read it.
Well,
Mealy?
melee's
My
a different
Dungeons
thing.
Well, I know. But it's
Melee is just like a consistency in food, and melee is killing people on a battlefield.
yeah, exactly. Ice's third studio album, Hard to Swallow, featured a darker sound and lyrics than Ice's previous work, as well as various mixtures of different styles of hip-hop and hard rock, which caught the media's attention.
Did it?
Ice attracted a whole new audience when he started touring again. Some were unfamiliar with his more mainstream sound. So So then he did some independent releases. He's had a bunch of shit. Hold on, let me get to his discography. He's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 albums
No, he hasn't.
released. Yeah, Hooked, To the Extreme, Mind Blowing, Hard to Swallow,
do love that
Bipolar, Platinum Underground, and WTF. Wisdom, Tenacity, and Focus.
Ferocity?
Wow. When did that one come out? When did WTF come out?
2011.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
see? What the fuck is the name of the movie? It's an Adam Sandler movie.
No. Oh no! Look at the album cover.
Wow,
That's
bad.
I'm making a yarn. I'm
Yeah.
making a motherfucking
Purple
yarn.
and purple, white, and fire.
Purple, White, and Fire.
White and fire. It's happening. I need those hint of gold of that belt.
Did you see the Adam Sandler movie? The Adam Sandler movie where he basically plays the kid who slept with his teacher and then had a kid.
No, I haven't.
Oh,
So he's like 14 years old and like
Is
he
that
got
like-
custody of his child. I
that's-
can't remember what the fuck it's called. But like he let his 8-year because he's like 21 and he has like an 8-year-old kid. And he let his kid get like the New Kids on the Block tattooed on his back, and then the kid grew up, so obviously they're all like warped and weird looking.
Oh, that's like it was.
But
like,
Vanilla Ice was in it.
Yeah, it was like his dad or something like that. It was.
No, he was friends with Vanilla Ice because he was popular.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but the movie was about Adam Sandler and what's his name?
The guy
Andy
from,
Sandberg
yeah, from
was
Brooklyn
his son.
Nine-Nine. Yeah, and he like didn't want to associate with his father at all, but then
Yeah.
he needed money. So, and he just Google it, people, you'll find it. But yeah, Vanilla Ice is in that movie. And he's like, Adam Sandler's like, dude, you still got the 5-0, and he just goes like, and he goes, what does that mean? What does that mean? You have it or you don't have it? Is it a ridiculous question to ask, or is it ridiculous that you might not have it anymore? And he still has the 5-0 from the fucking video.
The movie is That's My Boy.
That's My Boy. It's really funny.
Never heard of this.
It's a really funny movie, but only because it's really making fun of itself.
Right.
He
That's a
called. He
hard
was
one to
just like,
pull
wait a
off,
minute,
yeah.
Uncle Van when I was growing up was Vanilla Ice. Yeah, you didn't know that?
So it's like super self-aware.
Yeah,
humor
he
kinda?
hasn't talked to his father in like a decade.
Okay.
And he never realized because he's like a millennial that
Right,
his
right.
uncle was Vanilla Ice.
Dude, you want to hear something fucked up?
Sure.
At work, somebody made a reference to Sideshow Bob, and this 26-year-old kid did not know
like,
who the
what
fuck Sideshow Bob was.
Oh,
and my heart
yeah,
hurt
that's brutal.
so badly.
It's difficult.
Well, I mean, if the
difficult working
Simpsons
around
if the
kids.
Simpsons ended
Working around
if the
kids.
Simpsons ended when it should have,
Yeah.
they would have watched it.
That's fair. That's fair. The fact that it's
Yeah.
The Simpsons have been around since I've been since I was
Yeah.
born, which is
I mean,
insane
honestly,
to
if
me.
if Seinfeld was on Netflix, every single kid at the Crafted Cup would have watched it 3 times.
it would definitely resonate now.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Because the kids are watching like Friends, and there are people that were like 8 when How I Met Your Mother ended,
Yeah, true enough. They know
and
that
now they're
shit.
teenagers and they're watching it over again on Netflix.
True. Ew,
I know you hate How I Met Your Mother. That wasn't the point.
I hate the show too, to be honest. But
But what I'm saying is if The Simpsons ended when it should have in like 2001,
Yeah.
it would be everywhere.
it'd be legendary.
I
yeah.
remember.
But now you have to have like FX.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have like your FX account. You have to have cable
Mm-hmm.
to watch The Simpsons, and you need to want to watch The Simpsons. It's not like it's just out there. If The Simpsons was on Netflix, everyone would have
When was
seen
the last
it.
time you've seen a Simpsons episode? Honest
Well,
to God.
I got the Sling app last year, couple of years ago to watch a couple of FX shows.
Okay.
And I rewatched The Simpsons until I was tired of watching it.
Okay.
Until I was like, this is now bad, and I don't want to watch it anymore. And then I stopped. So I probably watched 10 seasons.
Wow, you got
in
far.
about 2 years.
I can specifically
That was
remember
maybe 5 years ago.
the last episode that I watched with The Simpsons
Tell me.
that I said was, wow, this was actually really funny after a string of like bad episodes. It was the one where the McRib came back, and he takes a bite of the McRib, and then it does that Requiem for a Dream thing
Yeah.
where
Oh,
his
yes.
eyes
Yeah.
dilate and it's yeah, and it's like you see his veins pumping and shit like that, and his eyes like shrink up, and he's just like
Yeah, it's
that little sequence made
Darren
me laugh so
Aronofsky.
hard, and the rest of the episode was really good too. But I just remember saying this is probably it, and sure enough, that was it. And I remember the one episode that I
he
watched.
was a hippie and he was following the McRib around
Yeah.
the country. I was still watching it.
I remember the
but
episode
that was
that I
probably
watched.
2000, 2001, right?
Yeah, that was a long
Yeah.
time
See,
ago.
I was
It
already
a really long
gone.
time
I wasn't
ago.
even. I bailed out at season 8.
Yeah,
Like
that was
season
probably
8
season
was
Wow,
where I
10.
that's
left.
if I were to
really
guess.
early.
Yeah, I didn't stick around. Once I'm trying to remember the Join the Navy episode. I remember I hated it so much that I was like, you know what, I'm done. I was a kid.
Wait a minute. Is LT Lieutenant Smash? Yes, Lieutenant LT Smash.
The Rib Witch. Yeah, okay, that was it. I'm spelling as fast as you can. That was 2003.
Wow.
Okay, so we were close.
14th season.
14. I would put that at 10 or 11.
Yeah.
That's 14th season.
Yeah.
And I remember the one.
I remember watching the first episode of The Simpsons and my dad going, "This is not for children,"
Yep.
and then I had to like sneak it.
Same.
Yep.
Yep.
I went
I
through
love
that too.
that. Hold on, the jockey episodes of The Simpsons. That the episode where Sandal Store Galactica. That's when I said, "Holy shit, they've fucked this up, and it's going downhill." So this is the 11th season where they did the horse thing again, and they kept saying that they're doing the horse thing again, and then they like find some weird tunnel that goes down to where the jockeys are, and they're all like magic elves and shit
Oh,
like
sounds
that.
terrible.
I have not
I've
seen
never
that
seen
episode.
that.
So fucking bad. Yeah. Duncan wins several races as a result. Homer's threatened with death by a group of jockeys. Meanwhile, Lisa's blah 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 blah. But yeah, they go down in this they got this cavern
Sounds like
system.
an episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, totally.
I think you bailed
Which
out.
would have been funny.
I think you bailed out at the right moment.
Well, there
and then
was
the
an
movie
episode.
came out.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Where Charlie's like cleaning up horse shit and really enjoying his job. It's very interesting.
Oh, so like I'm terrible with television shows. I'll start them and then I never fucking finish anything. I'm so bad at it. Like
Really?
most shows, I watch like 5 episodes and I'm gone.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. I'm always busy. There's always like shit going on. And I'm not like talking shit about people who can sit down and watch TV. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just like I get so distracted. Like I just get up and leave.
The biggest letdown lately for me was The Tick. Have you watched The
I
Tick
haven't watched
on
the next
Amazon? The first season was amazing, hilarious,
Fucking gold.
stupid as shit, really funny. This next season,
Like The Tick from when we were kids. The
The
Tick.
Tick.
Yeah, they made a live action show.
No shit.
and
Wow.
it's the guy from John Wick 2. He's the sommelier from John Wick 2. God, what else is he in?
I still haven't seen
Saul
John Wick
from Guardians of the Galaxy. What a bunch of a-holes, that guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He plays the Tick, and he's fantastic. He's amazing. I love the guy. It just, season 2 just fell apart, and it's a real fucking bummer, because the first one was so goddamn funny.
Yeah.
And, yeah, TV's funny
I'm not even
now.
gonna watch
like,
it. I'm not even gonna watch it now because I don't want to ruin it.
It's, TV shows are
I watched
interesting.
the entire season, the first season. I watched the whole thing in one night.
So good. So good.
It was 12 episodes,
Yeah, this one's a
and
bummer.
they're like 23 minutes.
See, like, I can't say anything because, like, you know, people will be like, people think I'm being, like, kind of, like, facetious when I'm like, oh, I don't watch TV. The truth of the matter is that I go to bed I put on YouTube and I watch how it's made for like 6 fucking hours straight, and then I just go to sleep. So like I can't talk shit, you know.
We've talked about it before too. The best episodes are like, you know, they're making light bulbs, matchstick, light bulbs, toothpicks, and helicopters. And I'm like, fuck, I want to see how a helicopter's made.
Dude.
Meanwhile, the toothpicks are the most
way more
insane
fucking
shit. You're like,
interesting.
wow.
Well, yeah, because if they could do it,
there's not a lot of waste.
They could just do an entire season. They could just do an entire season on just the helicopter. So they really kind of gloss over 99.5%.
The frame is made, dunk, and then like there's a fucking helicopter.
It's
I'm
like,
wait.
oh, but that's a whole different factory with a whole different 80 people that work there that made it.
I was watching Surfboards one time. That was
that's a
like
good one.
mesmerizing.
I like
it's
the
great.
Bentley one. The Bentley one's cool. Because,
See, that's the thing. I don't.
But they
like
only
those
really,
ones.
but they
like the
only really
mechanical
talked
ones.
about how the hood ornament pops up. You press
Cool.
a button in a Bentley. So in this like crazy high-end Bentley, it has a hood ornament, like you know how like a Mack truck or whatever. It has this hood ornament. It's iconic. But hood ornaments are obviously not very aerodynamic. They're completely useless. It's a totally dumb thing. But in this Bentley, this thing is it's this big. It's gigantic.
First off,
Yeah.
how dope would it be if you're driving your Bentley and then the bottle of vodka pops
But
up?
it's seriously 6 to 12
Fucking
inches
3/4
tall.
empty vodka bottle. Just goes bang.
That's my car, baby.
But you
Get out
press
of the
a
way.
button in the car, and these trap doors flip down, and the thing just comes.
Flips down. They
Yeah.
don't flip up.
No,
flip
they flip
up's
down.
cheaper.
It's a
They
trap
flip
door.
down, and then it's like a transformer.
That's amazing.
And that stupid aspect is probably a $5,000 component.
And it's so worth it.
Yeah, of course.
It's amazing.
You're spending $90,000 on a vehicle, you might as well have that. That was a cool
Unbelievable.
episode. Yeah. I also really like when they're like making springs, and then on the bottom it says slowed by 300%.
Oh yeah.
And it's like still ping 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 ping, and you're like you couldn't even see it.
Yeah.
You couldn't see it with the naked eye how fast they're fucking making shit.
It's always the most mundane shit. Like I'm like you. Like it'll be like today is paper plates. I'm like no shit.
Yeah,
Well, but
I mean that's
things like-
interesting because you don't think about how the fuck that thing's made,
Right.
and then
Yeah,
when they
things
show you,
like
you're
that.
like, God damn, this is actually a feat of
Engineering,
mechanical
yeah.
engineering.
Joe Rogan always says, like, if the world ended tomorrow, how long do you think before you can make an iPhone? Right?
Yep.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
How long do you think before you can make that little fucking spring?
Yeah. What's in this? Loud,
Yeah.
loud
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, are you just going to make this? You're not going to make it. You're just not going to.
No.
So I try and concentrate on things that I can make and go, I won't have any of that other shit.
Ah.
And it brings us back to
Yeah.
knitting.
Yeah, knitting. Are you ever going to
useful.
invest in one of those fucking wheels?
Oh, I want
Yeah,
to. I'm
like
so
foot
shitty at
foot
it.
pedal
I'm
with
so
the big
shitty.
giant wheel.
I
You got a
can't-
rabbit in your lap and you're fucking
Fucking
pulling
Angora
hair off.
rabbits just going through.
I have seen that at
I've seen it.
Germania.
I've
Remember?
seen shit, dude. You.
The last time
Oh,
we went
yeah,
to
yeah,
we
yeah.
went the last time we went to the Oktoberfest at Germania, there was seriously a lady, she was an older lady, spinning this thing with her fucking foot and pulling hair
Yeah.
off of a live rabbit
Yeah.
and making
She had a whole fucking bin
Yeah.
full of live rabbits just running around. You could pet them and shit.
Yeah.
She was just like, I need more yarn.
yeah,
Just
the price
put the
tag just
goddamn
says
thing on.
fucking expensive.
Yeah. There's one kind of yarn. I think it's called Kiviat, I believe it is, and it's like it grows on the ball sack of like some ox that only lived one time in fucking 1952. It's the most ridiculous thing, and it cost about $100 for like about an ounce. And
Queeve
so,
it?
Yeah, how do you spell it?
Q
Yeah,
IVUT.
Kivit. I think it's Kivit actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kivit yarn.
Yeah, it's,
Okay,
it's not
I'm
off the
looking it
ball
up.
sack. I'm just being. Yeah. I hope you didn't believe me.
It's a muskox.
Yes,
Arctic muskox.
They've got a lot of hair.
the most.
They
do.
also do have very large balls.
but it only comes off of one part of their
I just
body.
know that from hunting shows.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm worried. They've got.
There aren't very
excessive
many of them.
balls.
I've never been there. But
most
yeah.
sought after fibers in the world because of its rarity, softness, and warmth.
Yes.
Kivit is softer than cashmere and as light as a feather.
It feels like a cloud. Like a bag of it will cost you about $600, $700. To make a sweater is going to cost you thousands and thousands
Well,
of
have you
dollars.
seen a muskox? Seen
No.
those fucking things? They look like a mythical creature from the fucking Star Wars. It's crazy.
Well,
They're hundreds of pounds, and they just...
Oh my God! It's a big hairy. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is something you fight in D&D.
Yeah, look at that fucking thing.
Yeah, totally. But
I-
remember,
I-
it's not all the fur though. It's only on the. I think it's the underbelly.
Yeah, it's the
is where
under
you can
because the
only get
outer
the-
the outer stuff's
is
probably
all
really
coarse and-
coarse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
look at it. It's that outer
Yeah.
one is coarse
That
and
thing's
shitty.
got some fucking HP, dude. That will fuck you up.
So
Yeah.
I watched this show Meat Eater on Netflix, and it's like a hunting show.
Yeah.
And he pulled they have lotteries to hunt these things,
Oh,
and
wow.
it's like 4 people a year are able to do it.
Holy shit.
So that's also part of it because that person owns that.
Right.
So the cost of it is probably mostly because the only people that can really hunt them, aside from those 4 people that pull tags, are natives.
Right.
So they have to then sell it. So of course they're going to mark it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they're not. It's not an easy animal to hunt. Like they're on fucking snowmobiles with rifles, and they can't. It takes all goddamn day. There's no trees.
The image is
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's just white as far as the eye can see. And these giant brown things with horns and fur.
And then meanwhile,
funny-
some 90-year-old lady's like, "I'll buy this, I guess." The fucking little ball of fur.
$10,000.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
But
You can make a
well,
thumb warmer.
The funny thing,
Just
like
slides over your thumb
yeah.
like a condom.
It's a little thumb condom.
like anybody who wants to check it out, it's on Netflix. Yeah, he seriously.
I'm gonna
goes
watch how it's made. I'm sorry, I'm not
he
gonna
goes,
do it.
He goes out with like a native guide, and they're like, "Yeah, so we're gonna get on snowmobiles, and we're gonna ride about 30 miles, and then we'll hopefully see them, and then we'll see them, and then we're gonna chase them around all day because
Jesus.
they take off, and then you get on snowmobiles, you go after them again, and then they live in like a pile." And they don't want to kill any females,
Right.
so you need to have a good shot. So can you imagine how that would have been 30 years ago?
No,
Much
right.
less now.
Right, of course, yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me that it's that expensive.
So-
Because they're harvesting 20 animals a year.
Yeah.
So, translate this for me. Yarns are 1 ounce lace weight and 217 yards per ball.
Okay. That's actually more than I would have expected. So lace weight is basically like a spider web wisp almost. It's extremely, extremely light.
Okay.
217 yards of lace weight. You're gonna get a piece probably about this big. You're not making anything amazing.
Bring your hands up so I
I'm
can
sorry,
see.
about
So
like-
it's all right.
about
So
like
it's a
that
little
big.
like about
It's
a
little
foot.
square. Like
So
yeah,
you could make a half of one glove.
you could make one glove probably
One
if
glove.
you're lucky.
And how much does that cost?
$150.
That's actually
Just
a
for
lot
the
cheaper.
raw material.
But
Yeah.
this is from
So you're
specific
talking-
like
yeah.
windy. Well, I don't know. Should give
Is
them
it
out, but
100% Kivit though?
fine, luxurious? You know what? It's not saying.
Yeah.
So it might only have.
Hmm.
But even then, so you're talking $300 just for the material to make a pair
Correct.
of gloves.
And it's so
and then you gotta
wispy
pay
thin.
someone like you.
Yeah.
How many hours would that take?
Oh, gee, for lace weight,
100%.
one glove would probably take, in lace weight, maybe 7 hours. So probably
Okay,
14
so 14 hours, and let's go at skilled labor $50 an hour at
That's-
least.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that's
Probably
pretty-
more like 100.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So you're talking 16. No, that would be $1,700 for a
If you
pair
were to
of gloves.
properly pay somebody,
Yeah.
yeah, totally.
Pure Kivit yarn, $150. Yeah, for that little
Yeah.
fucker.
Wow, that's actually a little bit cheaper than I've seen it at shows. Now I've seen it like you go over and you can play with it and stuff, and it's the most amazing feeling thing you'll ever see. Like it's incredible. It's so wispy and light, but it was saying it's super warm. Like just even holding it warms up in your hand.
Well, that's the thing. Like a lot of people don't realize density is not
Right.
necessarily means warm. You
Right.
need air pockets.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
This is a hunting thing. Whenever I've gone hunting
why
with Dad, he
wear
always
layers.
Yeah, that's why the layers things, and he always, my father always gets a one size bigger than he normally gets, so he has movement and breathing room,
Right.
and that's how he stays so fucking warm.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, he looks like the fucking Marshmallow Man walking
Yeah,
through
my
the woods.
my
but-
new thing was just something I figured out just taking the stupid fucking dogs out. Wear a vest, like a puffy vest, under your jacket.
Oh.
Yeah. It works. It's really great.
Interesting.
Yeah, because like your arms are not what kills you. It's keeping that
your heart.
Yeah.
Right.
Your heart warm.
Keeping that warmth in there. So, and I don't even have like a good vest, like a shitty fucking Old Navy puffy vest, and I just throw that underneath like my Carhartt jacket.
Yeah, I mean, whatever
Way
gets it done,
warmer.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's all about just no air leaks, but a lot of air space.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's all
So-
it all goes hand in hand. It goes in the same world of crafting too. Yeah.
And like those hairs, animal hair, our hair too. There's air inside of it. They're hollow.
Right.
I want a human hair jacket.
Do you?
I mean, you could definitely just hang out at a bunch of barbershops.
I had a jacket that my
Just gather it up, pay Tony a lot of money to make it happen.
You're gonna have to pay me hard for that one, man. That's a lot of weird fucking work.
yeah, you got like gloves and masks and
Yeah,
shit.
I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, my dad had this coat that my grandfather brought back from World War II. He was in the Navy, so he was in the Pacific. He didn't need a big fucking heavy jacket, so we always were curious where the fuck this jacket came from. So one of my friends said that the Germans used to put hair, the Jews' hair in their jackets. Stuff their jackets to keep them warm. So I always used to say, yeah, he brought it back from Germany. It's filled with Jew hair. It was pretty terrible.
You made me sign a document before.
Oh no,
he doesn't have to sign it.
It was like looking back, I'm like, why did I tell that to people? That's fucking awful. I found out that he got it like he got it from. He used to do like ridiculous shit. My grandfather used to dive off the masts and stuff in the ocean and everything like that.
Shit.
Apparently, he got it from a Canadian.
But the story,
Like
that's an urban
won
legend.
it
That's
in
a
like
Hudson
a
Valley
card
legend.
or something like
There
card
you go.
game with a fucking Canadian. And he got this giant fucking awesome jacket, but yeah,
Yeah, you got
for a little while. I fucked around with it, and it's like it's not my proudest moment.
Do you remember Matthew's friend Christian?
Oh yeah,
He had the Subaru. His name was spelled wrong.
Yeah.
His name was spelled Christane.
Yeah. I
Anyway,
do
his
remember
dad was in his late 70s when he had him.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of those. He was one of those.
Wow.
He was one of those really cool guys that would just like start a new family every 20 years.
I love him.
Yeah.
Great.
He's
cool
dead now,
guy.
but,
Cool guy.
Yeah, so Christian is 17, 18 years old, and he's wearing this pea coat, and he told me this story. Like, my brother Matthew told me this story. I wasn't there. And somebody was like, I love your jacket. Where'd you get it? World War II? And that was absolutely legit. It was a wool pea coat from World War II.
Holy shit.
It was 65 years old at the time, and it looked like brand new from H&M.
Which side?
Oh, well, he was American.
Okay.
Yeah, he was,
I don't know where these people came
he was
from.
in the
You told me
Navy.
his name's Christian. I don't
His
know.
last name was Lindemann. I don't know. Do some Googling. But, yeah. He,
honestly, you could tell the difference between the American jackets and the German jackets.
Yeah, the German ones are dope.
They were sharp, man. They knew
the
how to
American
make,
ones were
gorgeous.
lazy.
Those
and
fuckers knew how to
stupid.
make a jacket.
Yeah, but this
Lemmy
is
looks
like,
cool
like
for
when
a
you
reason,
go,
guys.
When you go to Target and you buy like a pea coat, like a wool pea coat, that is modeled after a U.S. naval coat.
Yeah,
that's what they were, except for they were made from real wool back then.
Not
and the reason
cotton,
all those extra buttons is because it would button up to your fucking nose.
Yeah.
Right.
And he wore that thing. He probably still has it.
They don't make them like they used to.
Especially not like the Germans.
Is what I'm trying to say.
All right, can we take a break?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've
I-
been going for an hour, so let's fucking take a break.
pee really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
me
you guys can go ahead. I'll do the whole dance at the
I'll
end
do
here.
the 90s smoke break.
We're doing, we got Toni O in studio, Knitting is Metal, knittingismetal.com, at Knitting is Metal on Instagram. Also, Hudson Valley Legends. We're going to be talking about that after the
Yes.
break at Hudson Valley Legends on Instagram. Hudson Valley Legends on your, just search for that on your favorite podcast app. She's a premier sponsor of the Hudson Valley Creator Fest on May 5th. That starts at noon at 46 Raymond Avenue in Poughkeepsie, right next to the Crafted Cup at 44 Raymond Avenue in Poughkeepsie. I'm really good at this now.
Yeah, that's really good.
So we're going to be back. We're going to talk. Oh, also the Nickelback Torture Fest on GoFundMe. Go to GoFundMe.com/Nickelback Torture Fest. And yeah, check it out there. We're going to be listening to a bunch of different bands. But right now, this is Sierra Fergale. Her single, Miss That. Oh, no, this is not it. Oh, I'll do this. Here we go. Perfect. Her new single, Miss That, just came out recently. Her new album's coming out June 1st. We talked about it last episode. Just go back and check that shit out. So we're going to listen here, and we'll be right back with more Toni O.
I was heavy with a heart of gold, but you missed that. Pick me up off the floor once before, and I missed that. You don't like the silence, you always give it up. Take a breath and forget where you came from. You don't like the silence, you always give it up. Take a breath and forget where you came from. 'Cause baby, dance it off till you can't feel it anymore. 'Cause I can't wait another moment outside of your door. Cause baby, I miss that feeling. I miss that feeling. If you could turn me on to the thought of, if you could turn me on to the thought of having you love, I miss that feeling. Turn me on, turn me on, turn me on to the thought of having you love. Turn me on, turn me on, turn me on. 'Cause baby, I miss that feeling. I miss that feeling. If you could turn me on to the thought of, if you could turn me on to the thought of having you love, I miss that feeling.
You took an oath, said you'd be bold, then crafted your excuse. You didn't mean to haunt my nightmares when you said I'm not going anywhere. There's too much I have to see you do. Rags like a tree, painted and adorned with leaves. Go ahead and blame it on the world. Say it louder so you'll believe it. took an oath to be someone. So wash your hands and go. Give a speech aloud and say that it's not your fault, 'cause you swear you tried. Now see if you can swallow. Somewhere in the back of every head there is a shape that's dead. Draw it on a piece of paper, press it in a book for later to come across. And there's a tear to be shed. Legs like a trunk rooted in cement you poured. Go ahead and hide your spaded hands in your pockets before they see 'em. In a brilliant move of every starway, I'll cash your check and stay. In a year or 6 will flutter like bags of dust each summer. So duck your head and try to get through the workday. Legs like a trunk rooted in cement you poured. Go ahead and hide your spaded hands
This is Magus Peter H. Gilmore, High Priest of the Church of Satan. Listen to Dead Radio Podcast, or you won't make it into hell. Hail, Satan!
It's fitting for a post-Easter episode.
That's what I was going to go into. How was everybody's Easter?
Nobody rose from the dead,
No.
ever.
Nope.
Ever in the history of the world.
Nope.
I had a cake shaped like a bunny.
Cute.
It was nice.
Honestly, I think this is like the first year. This is probably the first year my stepmom didn't make me an Easter basket. Or anybody an Easter basket, really.
You're 36 years old.
Every fucking year, she'd be like, here you go. And it's just filled with jelly beans and fucking chocolate. It's the shit.
mean, I wouldn't turn it down. That's
Hell
awesome.
no. You have to be a maniac
Yeah,
to not
those
to
are all
turn
good
that
things.
down. But, yeah, we got...
I bet you Brooke could turn it down.
My stepbrother's daughter is what is she now? She's like two and change. So she had all the focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
She made.
It's not about you anymore.
She also had like
at 36.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I took it for granted.
Your crescendo was 34 when she was born.
All these years, I took it for granted, and now I don't get any chocolate bunnies.
So, do you know how you go Easter egg hunting on Easter at your family's house, and like some of the Easter eggs would
That
have,
too.
They'd
I
have,
forgot about that
yeah.
part. She used to like up until like 34. I think that's an
Yeah.
accurate number. We'd do Easter egg hunts.
How'd you
Was
do?
there weed in them?
I
I
would
mean,
do-
like, how did they motivate you?
Nope. It was just an egg. Some of them had money in them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the
that's what
plastic
I'm.
ones.
That's what I'm getting.
But
to.
I was looking for the eggs.
So-
I wanted food.
So the eggs with the money in them.
Yeah.
So you go on your Easter egg hunt, and we always had but like there was never real eggs. We never did that because we're white people from Long Island. But there was, you had the plastic eggs that you bought at Walmart, and you put stuff in them, and there'd be like quarters in some. Some of them have $1, right? And that was the shit.
Mhm.
Like 12.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking $1. Alexa, Amy's niece, collected $81
What?
on Easter.
What a psycho.
Yeah.
Was she like
No,
kicking
that wasn't
kids out of
her.
the way?
It was just an Easter egg hunt for her. There was no other children there. Yeah,
Hey.
between her grandmother and her mom and her aunt and uncle and all.
Oh
that.
my God! So they
Yeah.
all came with money-filled
they
eggs.
put money in the eggs. There was 5s, 10s, and 20s in some of these
Yo,
fucking eggs.
I want in on this family.
So
That's not fair.
Amy's aunt is counting the money, and she's had a few drinks, and she's like, "Are you fucking serious?" She's like, "Sometimes you get $1. Most of the time you got a quarter. You're happy with a quarter." But yeah, she counted out $81. And apparently, when they first showed up, Alexa was like, "I have so much money." Like that was the first thing she said to them. "I have a lot of money." Just five.
Dude, I could use $81
Yeah.
right now. I'm a grown ass woman.
That's how
Yeah.
dictators get elected.
Yeah.
Without competition.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So little 5-year-old Alexa.
I did the.
Apparently, she has more in her savings account than my car is worth. Yeah, that came up in conversation.
Jesus Christ.
I did the Easter thing with my family, and I don't put up a fight because I go hang out with my dad and my step siblings and my.
Well, I also don't see them going like, "Okay, everyone hold hands and let's pray."
Oh yeah, no, not like that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was basically just it was like a barbecue except
Right.
you were dressed nice.
Yeah.
Right.
I got
It
to
was
wear
great.
a hat because we took the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Just
So there you go. So yeah,
That was a win for me.
my Easter was great. I did a prime rib roast. Well, my dad got it,
Okay.
and I dressed it up for him.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I saw your picture on the
Yeah, it
social
came
medias.
out really good.
Yeah.
At least, well, everybody said it was really good. I know what was wrong with it, but it was fine.
Don't you love that where you're like, it could have been better, and people are like, holy fucking shit, this is the best thing I've ever had.
Well, I'm like, nah, the
Nah.
cooking time was off. I couldn't regulate temperature. It's a little chewy because of that. I should have got better penetration with the and like it just it was.
Yeah.
That's because you
whatever.
take pride in what you do.
I know.
And many people don't.
Tony, Easter.
I got wasted on Saturday and I was hungover Sunday.
I saw that.
Yes.
Which
I
leads
spent
me
the entire day in bed with my dog.
That's a
Yes.
that's a good
Pretty
segue.
much. I slept till 1 p.m.
I believe the Instagram story was I celebrated the rebirth of Hudson Valley Legends a little too hard.
Well, it was an impromptu party. Like, it was one of those things where people just started showing up, and it was one after the other after the other, and I'm like, oh, shit, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And you've seen the feud I've been having with my downstairs neighbor.
Yes.
Who's just the biggest dick that's ever walked this earth.
You have a very entertaining Facebook feed, or I'm sorry,
well,
Instagram
thank you.
feed.
Thank you. I try. I like to tell the stories around me because there's a lot. But he didn't know, not even a fucking beep from him on Saturday night. I'm very surprised.
So strange.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just people showing up, and that
People
was
showed up. My next door neighbor sent me a message that said "Happy 420," which is fair.
Yeah,
it's reasonable.
It did fall on that. That's nice.
Yeah, I know, right? No celebration here for like the third year in a row.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
No, I'm
for
I'm
420?
I'm being serious. Usually I'm like cheeky and whatever. It's like I just for some reason around this time
It just never works
it
out.
just
You
never
just
works
go,
out.
oh, fuck, I missed it.
Well, again, 36. You really shouldn't be keeping track of that anymore. It's fair.
I made
fair.
challah bread in honor of Jesus, who was a Jew.
Yeah,
nice.
there you go.
Yeah.
How'd it come out?
That joke did not. Well, the challah bread.
The joke didn't
on
land,
fucking
but how
point.
was?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
more curious how the bread was.
No, yeah. It didn't land at the dinner either because everyone was like, oh, like they didn't realize it was a joke.
Yeah.
But because I don't think that they know that Jews eat challah bread.
Right. That's definitely
Yeah,
a deep cut.
That
yeah.
might have been it. But anyway, my challah bread is on fucking point. I wish you could fucking try it. Yeah. It's insanely good. And now I'm to the point where I have to move on to something else. I need a new challenge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Watch the Great British Baking Show on Netflix. You get tons of ideas from that shit. I love that show. It's one of those relaxing things. But anyway, Hudson Valley Legends.
Yes.
You're finally back.
I'm back.
It's been worked out. You can do
Yes.
the show.
I can do the show now. Yes. Everything is back. I talked to the guy who had taken it over. He wanted to give it back to me. Fine. I don't have any of the old equipment. Everything's gone. The whole studio went with the producer.
Yeah.
So I basically just had to gather up what I could. And I recorded that 2-minute intro just as my okay, let's see if I can handle this by myself. I'm actually pretty happy with how it sounded. It sounded decent.
I think it sounded great.
Yeah.
Good, thank you, thanks. Because that's really I know how to do some basic audio stuff, but I'm not like the old producer was. So I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I think I can do this. Writing wise, I have no problems. I have a couple episodes that were already in the bag, so that'll be fine. It's just more the production quality. Like I need to keep it to the standards that it was, and I think with a little work I can do it.
We've been talking about farming out production stuff, so maybe you guys can talk about it off air.
Totally. I mean, I'm moving to Westchester in a couple weeks. I'm leaving town, but not far enough away that it would be a problem. So
Yeah, if you do, because you're monthly.
yeah,
So that,
I'm gonna try and do it a little
more.
more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and
Well, a little more would be great.
yeah, I think
'cause
they're gonna be
I would
15
always-
minutes once a week. I'm
I
gonna
would
try.
always finish those episodes, be like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I love it. There was something about them that made them. They weren't incredible. We do long form.
Sure.
Everybody knows that we do long form interviews.
But
and
it's
everything
off the
like that.
cuff. There's no production.
Yeah.
Right.
Aside from bumpers and shit like that.
Yours
yeah.
were like these tight, fucking.
It was an episode.
20
it was a
minutes,
show.
half an hour, and they were just so solid and put together well. The production was great, and I think really the writing and your voice
thank you.
really puts you. You have this, like just whatever your timbre of your voice, just calms you down, and
Je
it
ne
kind
sais
of
quoi.
puts you in that. But it puts you in that mind frame that you need to be in to listen to this podcast.
Well, you
And-
want it to be a relaxing experience. I mean, some of the stuff I'm talking about is a little bit heavy from time to time.
Fucking Francois, Levittown,
yeah.
all that shit.
And you can go listen to any podcast where you can have 3 bros screaming at you about serial killers and murderers. Not.
And there are so many of those now.
Are there?
There's so many true crime podcasts now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Now there's
Serial
Yeah.
did
well,
it.
Serial
Opened
is
the floodgates.
top though.
Amy-
That's top
that's the
shelf.
thing.
Amy's
Yeah.
been listening to Small Town Murder, which I've checked out a little bit, and
Yeah.
that's super cool because it's
Yeah.
just two comedians. One of them's
Yes.
from Poughkeepsie.
Oh.
I'm working on it. Don't worry about it. Just talking about some murder in a small town, and
Yeah.
like, for the most part, like how bullshit everything went.
Yes, yeah.
And I've only listened to 2 episodes at this point, so I'm not really into it yet because I have a huge backlog of Joe Rogan podcasts. I gotta stop. I have to
God.
stop listening to a show.
I think you're wasting your time.
I have to
now.
stop listening
it's
to it.
not worth it.
It's 9 hours a week.
Dude, I was
9 hours of my life.
I was like a hardcore Joe Rogan fan up until about like episode 300, and then I had to get out. It was just too.
I can't remember when I bailed out last. I could probably look at my phone and figure
Well,
it out.
anyway,
but
that's all besides the point. But
Yeah.
yes, the murder shows,
Yeah.
very popular.
Yes,
and
totally.
that's not your format.
No, it's not.
It's
I
just,
mean,
it's more like the Kendall Francois thing kind of got you into that genre a little bit,
Yes.
but everything else is, I mean, I would love to see you do, like, talk about the Church of Satan here in Poughkeepsie.
I was going to talk to you gentlemen
Yeah.
outside of the show because I need to. Yeah, let's talk outside the show
Yeah,
because I want
but-
to. That is actually the #1 topic I want to do.
Yeah, I would-
besides the ones
yeah.
I've already written.
Especially because you could do legit interviews with
Exactly.
the people involved.
Exactly.
Peter would
And-
absolutely.
Don't
Yeah.
whisper such beautiful things
He
to
would
me.
absolutely. I can. I
He will
tell you right now,
absolutely talk to you
He's
about
come on this
Godzilla for an
fucking
hour.
stupid show
twice.
So he'll
Yeah.
definitely do
I have
your
the
awesome
Satanic
professional
Bible
show
on my
Yeah.
on my bookshelf,
So,
like set up, and
I
like
saw-
I always read
those
the
kinds of
intro, and I'm like,
ideas.
I saw a customer at the Crafted Cup. She was sitting there like drinking her whatever fucking latte, and I was walking by clearing up plates, and I look up and she's reading the fucking Anton LaVey's Satanic Bible, and I was like, oh,
I know him. Sort of.
fuck, I'm working. I'm working. I'm working.
That was my problem. Is I just go like, I'm not going to work here for the next 10 minutes. I'm just going to talk to this person.
But seriously, all
But-
jokes aside, though, I really want to do an episode about the Church of Satan in Poughkeepsie simply because people are so misinformed about it.
Yeah.
Incredibly.
So misinformed. It's just fun atheists. That's
Yeah.
all it is. They're just
Yeah.
really smart people.
Yeah.
And like, I would love to kind of like combat the idea that these are like the 1991 demonic fucking satanic panic shit going on. They're just really
Who-
smart people.
The Church of Satan sued for saying that they were Satanists and won many times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love it. I love the fact that they just exist just to nudge and poke.
Yeah,
It's wonderful.
It really is that, and like, and it's funny. They're not shy about the fact that it's tongue in cheek, and like, yeah, if you want to get married here, that's great. If you want to get married with all the fucking the robes and the goat heads and all that shit, we'll do that shit too.
Yeah.
Like they just don't give a fuck.
It's for fun.
Well, another
yeah.
one that would be cool would be for you to talk to Jen Place, who was on the show.
Oh,
talking about-
absolutely.
She wrote a. It's
Building 51.
Building 51
Okay.
of the Hudson Valley, the Psych Center in Poughkeepsie.
Oh, interesting.
So it's a horror
Yeah.
book.
So it's
based on
it's
that.
nonfiction, but maybe you could kind of.
I'm open
Yeah.
to lots of ideas. I'm
Yeah.
going to keep the format the same, but I want to expand more. Like, I don't want to just get roped into like ghosts and
No,
and
that-
aliens. 'Cause
But
then
but
I'm
if
going to
you
start becoming
but if
too
you
niche.
maybe talked a little bit about the Psych Center and a lot
Yeah.
of the real murders and
Oh,
horrible
yeah.
things that happened there.
We
Yeah.
followed
And
actually
then-
we
yeah.
followed a murder for a little while.
Yeah, there was a murder there 3 years ago.
and
Yeah.
like we were convinced it wasn't going to get solved, and it ended up getting solved.
Oh,
This is
wow.
like
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
back. Like I'm talking like in the 50s,
Holy shit.
episode
Yeah.
50s, somewhere in there probably.
Yeah,
Wow.
so the episode was in the 50s. This happened in the 2000s.
Oh, no, I figured.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I should
It
have been
was
more
like
clear.
2000 and probably 16.
Okay.
So, but I was thinking it might be cool for you to talk to her, look at like the fiction aspect of
Yeah.
like the lore of it and all of that, and then talk about the actual history.
That's
These
a great
are just
idea.
like a couple of ideas
No,
that
and
have been
if you guys
kicking
ever
around.
have ideas, and any listeners too, if you have any ideas, please shoot them my way. And like I always give credit to people who inspire the episode. I'm really going to start buckling down, and I want to have. Before June comes, I really want about 6 episodes in the bag before I start going. So that way,
Ooh, that's lofty.
you guys. Well, I don't want like last time where you would have to wait a month and then like a month and 5 days because we were falling behind schedule.
Yeah.
I want it
So you
done.
want 'em- yeah, you want 'em
so I
done.
can just kind of shoot them out one by one. I would love to do once a week. I'm going to try my best. realistically, because I have a full-time job, I have Knitting is Metal, and then I'm going to have Hudson Valley Legends, and I'm moving.
It's a shit ton of work.
It's a lot of work. I think probably realistically it'll wind up balancing out after the intro, probably one every 2 weeks.
Real
I
quick,
think I can.
explain Hudson Valley Legends to people who might not know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's been a long time, so I'd understand. Hudson Valley Legends was my podcast from 2016, where basically I would talk about the weird, the like extraordinary, the lore and the legends all in the area. So I've covered topics about the alien abductions in Pine Bush. I've done, which is like that's my fucking magnum
I want
opus.
you to.
I want you to.
I want you to revisit it.
Man,
Just go
could-
back.
Keep
I'm thinking
dipping
about
into-
it.
Keep dipping into that well.
Yeah.
Oh man.
especially because like we could get some spy video and audio stuff going on, and
I really.
That
hopefully
was
no
a
one.
wild night,
Hopefully
though.
no one is listening that might be involved in this. But New
Yeah.
York State is a one-party consent state for audio and video. So as long as you know you're being recorded,
I
it
wouldn't-
doesn't matter.
They were no. I'm not gonna.
They'll
fuck
find
with
you.
them.
They'll
yeah.
find you.
A few of those people probably would be really upset with me. All jokes
They have
aside,
several dozen guns, probably.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah. I was a little scared. I do remember that night when we were all sitting there and listening to these stories about like this one guy who like saved like 1,000 different alien races, and like he reunited a grandchild alien with his grandfather, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, no, that's fascinating. Yeah,
Yeah.
hold on.
Sounds
Were there
completely
other people
legitimate.
with you?
Oh yeah, and everybody's just kind of sitting there going, yeah, grandchildren, great. And I hear
Good
a little
for you.
I hear a knock on the window, and I turn and look, and
There
there's
was
a
an
guy
alien?
in an alien mask, and he's waving.
Eh.
And I was like, no fucking way. And he comes in, he's like, I'm just pulling a little prank. Hi, my name is so-and-so. And I'm like, hey. And I was like,
Hey,
what
this
the
isn't
fuck?
funny at all.
I'm in the middle of the woods. Meanwhile, I'm like looking out at my car, making sure nobody cut my tires, because like I've seen too many horror movies. I'm like, I'm not making it out
yeah.
of here tonight. This is great. But they were actually all really wonderfully sweet people. Everybody was actually very nice. There were a few.
They're like the good kind of crazy.
They were the fun crazy. Two of them were like, I might not survive, and then the rest of them were super normal, cool people.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I like in episodes like the stone caverns or
Yeah,
the stone
yeah.
church in
I want to
Kent.
revisit that. Yeah, I want to do a better job on that.
That one's a
episode.
bizarre one. That was like I had known about those.
Yeah.
And I just kind of never really thought much about them because I figured they were food storage
Yeah.
things. But then when you started talking about how the light hits them at certain times of the day and all that, I'm like, well, they wouldn't want the light hitting them.
Well, they would. So if it was a root cellar, yes, they would want the light to hit it because
Okay.
you would see it in the morning. So it would basically light your way to get over to the stone chamber, and you could go in and get your stuff and then get out. But what made it so interesting was the fact that it's so far into the farmland. That didn't make a lot of sense. Like, it's built on bedrock. So why would a farmer literally go almost a mile out into his land to go get his fucking roots? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And also the fact that they look exactly like the chambers that you can find all over Europe is a little bit
Creepy.
strange too. Yeah, and
Yeah.
those are the ones that are several hundreds of years old. So like, just wasn't quite adding up. Again, with my show, I always tried to stay in the middle. I never want to take a side because I don't have the answers. I'm literally just trying to investigate it.
Mhm.
So you'll never really hear me say, these guys are right, these guys are wrong, because I want to hear both sides of it. Sometimes I'll kind of steer. Some of them I have no choice. I have to be like,
Yeah.
This is a little tough. But for the most part, I really try to stay as objective as possible because it's only fair to the people who are talking to me.
And it's incredible to see how much insane shit goes on in this area
And
too.
there's plenty more to go.
Yeah, like well, you would know
There's
out of
a
anybody.
lot.
Like I'm just like, this is a great concept, but how long can you keep the ball in the air? And you did the Leatherman thing, and the Leatherman one was a great one because I used, we're huge Pearl Jam fans,
As am
and
I,
they have
sure.
a song, and you mentioned it in the episode that the band Pearl Jam has the song called Leatherman, and it's about this guy. I had no idea. I had no
I didn't know
idea
about that either.
Oh, really?
that he was
Okay.
a local
Yeah.
until your show.
He was a local. He was the boy. He was the guy who walked around. I mean, his story is just fascinating to me. Like,
It's not like cryptic or weird
No,
or
but it's
creepy or
kinda sweet,
murderous or
though.
whatever. It's a nice thing about just this traveling, this just vagabond that would just.
that has been on my mind for a long time.
What do you
Okay.
got?
So Mike Bleakley's checking in.
Hey, Mikey.
Yeah, I have to give him credit for this.
Ed Wood's from Poughkeepsie?
Apparently.
Yes. Have you never seen the movie Ed Wood?
I have seen the movie Ed Wood. It's ridiculous.
Wait a
Okay,
minute. So you don't
so-
know? I'm so sorry. I don't mean to interrupt
I have
you.
not seen the movie Ed Wood,
Okay.
but I know Plan 9 from Outer Space.
So, so there was a huge thing about maybe 4 years ago that they were trying to get a bronze bust put up of Ed Wood in Poughkeepsie.
Oh my
for making the worst
God.
movie ever.
Yes. We can talk off the air what happened with that, but
Yeah, I mean,
it
I
was-
did not know this. Like, I know Ed Wood. I've heard
Yeah.
of him, but I did not know that
he's our boy. He's
eventually
he's from our town.
he settled in Poughkeepsie. Like, he moved here.
Oh, I thought he was born here.
Maybe. I mean, Wikipedia is kind of annoying and not correct for the most part.
Where it should say right there. Where is he born? Yeah, he's born in Poughkeepsie, New York.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, so Ed Wood. So if anybody wants a laugh,
1924, Poughkeepsie,
yeah.
New York.
check out Mystery Science Theater, Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Is that a classic?
Widely regarded as the worst movie ever made.
Oh.
Yeah.
Manos: The Hands of Fate by far is the worst movie ever
I don't
made.
know that one, but I
Manos
believe
is
you.
majestic. It's something to behold. It's a good mystery science, but yeah, Ed Wood's actually a pretty fascinating dude. I originally wanted to do that episode. My producer had asked me not to do it because he didn't like that the story didn't really take place in Poughkeepsie.
Uh-huh.
I just thought it would be fun to do a cool biography on him.
Oh, I kind of
Yeah,
agree.
I
I
mean-
mean, he's a local. Yeah, well, here his early years. U.S. Postal Service, settled in Poughkeepsie, New York. Born in 1924, according to Wood's second wife. Mother Lillian would dress him in girls' clothing when he was a child because she had always wanted a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a cross-dresser. I mean,
It's a crazy story.
You guys. I feel like you guys would have been like
I feel
right
like
there when
I
they.
feel like I'm not thinking of the.
They did a fundraiser where they had a bunch of like people in drag, like at the Bardavon, and they were showing Plan 9. This is literally like 5
She's
years
like,
ago.
I feel like you would have been right
You-
there.
You would
I
have been,
would've
you would have
been
been
right
right there.
there.
Not you so much. You would have been out hunting, but like
It would have been on the radar for Ryan Bosch.
I just
Be like, wait, men are dressing up as women for I don't care what, but they are. Yeah, okay, let's go.
I just went to the drag brunch hosted.
Is that awesome? I've been
Pink
wanting
Eggs
to go.
and Glam. I saw Tina Burner. My face hurt
Really?
from laughing.
Oh, that's
It was
awesome.
fucking hilarious. I'm following her on Instagram now, and I'm like, you've earned my follow and all the tips that I fucking handed out all day. It was great. It was incredibly funny. Pink Eggs and Glam. If anybody wants,
I keep
they
seeing
do
it
some
pop
shit
up
in
on
Poughkeepsie.
Facebook. It looks fun.
It's fun, but at the same time, like we had the Could Be Better podcast on, and they're the Better Homes and Gardens podcast.
Oh, I heard you talking.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're going to be at
fucking
Creator Fest.
brilliant.
They'll be at Creator Fest.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's awesome
I have
guys.
some
Jay
questions
and
for
Rob.
them. I'm doing some renovations, and I'm very excited to have their opinions.
And one of the things they said was straight people ruin everything because at these drag shows now, it's mostly middle-aged white women, straight middle-aged white women
Right.
going to these shows. And it's fine because you're still going to get, you have an audience. The place is
Right.
packed. It's cool that it's packed, but
it's
however...
not who you were originally vibing with.
Yeah, it's the what is that? The Eddie Vedder thing? Commits suicide because the right people aren't listening to his music. It was a Mad Magazine bit at the end of there.
By the way,
Anyway.
everyone, you can watch Plan 9 from Outer Space on Amazon Prime
Right now,
right now.
I might have
Right
to
now, it's
just
just watch now.
dip into
with
it.
Prime
So
Video.
good.
I'd rather watch the Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, but
one,
I'm
though.
pretty.
No, you gotta
I'm
watch
pretty
the
sure. I'm pretty sure this is the movie where the doctor from Gilligan's Island is in it, right?
The doctor from Gilligan's Island.
But I remember this from
Troll 2 was the worst movie ever made. Thank you, Mike Blakely.
Yeah, you got
I
me there.
remember that one
So this
specifically.
is-
oh
no!
God!
No, what's the one with Garbage Day? Garbage Day was the jam. That was Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, I think. Get him on the show. We gotta talk movies.
He's been on the show.
I don't know. We gotta get Mike.
Do you want to
Antoni
do
in
it?
here.
Do you want to
And
do a
just
movie show with Mike? We
Yeah,
can definitely do
just
that. He
a
hasn't been on in a
campy
while.
B movie fucking horror
I'm
show.
in.
But I remember I could be wrong about this, but Mike will probably tell me. But on Mystery
I think
Science
Mike
Theater,
actually filmed a short movie with my brother back in the
Okay.
day.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the name of the movie?
I don't know. Something to do with a killer pillow.
Mike.
I don't know.
Mike,
I think
comment.
Yeah, Mike, we're gonna need you in on this because I think
But-
you did. My brother's name is Peter Koshak.
All right, he'll weigh in.
I was
Let
thinking
us
about
know.
that the other day.
But I believe it's in Plan 9 from Outer Space. If not, it's in a Mystery Science Theater movie. But the guy that played the professor on Gilligan's Island
Yeah.
is in it. And they
Oh,
make
dude.
no mention of it for 45 minutes. They don't say anything. And then at one point, they're escaping from the aliens. And one of the robots goes, "We'll escape in the cover of daylight with this car that I made of coconuts." And that's the only reference to Gilligan's Island in the entire thing. And I think that is fucking brilliant. Because you could have knocked on him for being the professor from Gilligan's Island the whole movie, but they had their integrity. They're like, "No, we're going to save it. We're going to save it for one joke." He goes, and it was just like, "We'll escape in the cover of darkness in this car, the giantest car in the county that I made out of coconuts." And then they leave.
It's so beautiful.
That's it.
God, it's so
At
wonderful.
the end?
No, it's not the end.
No,
it's
it's
like
just-
the middle.
it's the
It's the
line.
middle of the movie.
I saw them riding.
It's the
into
middle of the movie, and they make no reference to Gilligan's Island the rest of the movie either.
I just pictured them riding into the sunset in a coconut car.
Killer Pillow has
Yeah,
been confirmed.
Pete, he helped him make Killer Pillow.
Well, we're gonna do a Hudson Valley Legends on the fucking Killer Pillow then, because holy shit, I can't believe I remember that. But yeah,
Locally made movie, folks. Is it a feature length?
the
Killer
the
Pillow?
Killer Pillow.
I'm gonna say probably not.
Yeah, I gotta say it's an old college
12-minute
yeah,
YouTube
8
video.
minute video. Yeah.
If it's on YouTube.
It took
Well,
us.
how
It
old
took
are
us
you guys?
40
You're
days to make a
30s?
fucking 8-minute video.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay. Yeah, Peter's a
Yeah,
little bit older. Yeah.
Video's hard.
Now, yeah, Mike definitely wants to come in for a fucking.
Yeah, let's do
A
it. Let's just talk
B-
about like fucking. We still haven't done. I would like to do like movie companion podcasts where we watch like just like bullshit movies. What?
I'm-
I don't know. It's,
I don't know.
I don't know what your wife's talking about.
Brooke, talk quieter.
I would love to do some podcasts with somebody like Mike and somebody like you, where we just watch some like shitty fucking movie, and you go, okay, sync it now.
Like a riff track.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were gonna
It's
do it
kind of
with
a big
what
thing.
was it? Kung Fury. We were gonna.
No,
do
it
that?
wasn't Kung Fury. It was a movie like that that came
Wow.
out not that long ago.
I'm pretty sure it was Kung Fury.
No, Kung Fury came out a long time ago, and then there was another movie that came out since we've been doing. Kung Fury came out in the 90s.
No, it did not.
Okay, early 2000s.
No.
Way
Kung
be-
Fury?
I swear to God, Derek came on this show with sweat pouring out of his pits, saying that we should do a companion piece to Kung Fury and saying it was like the most ridiculous shit he's ever seen in his life. Yeah, absolutely. That came out in like 2016, 2017.
What?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll wait.
2015.
Okay, I'm thinking of a different
It
movie.
was definitely
Are
on
you
the
thinking
show.
of Kung Pao?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Kung
Yeah.
Pao.
Kung Pao's fucking
It's-
funny. That movie's
It's
funny as hell.
it's the same movie.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kung Fury is a complete ripoff of it. So I just had the name wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
This flour fucking
Oh,
vodka.
you're still drinking it.
It just
It's really funny, dude.
I dumped it into the gin, like the what was
Oh,
left of the
no.
gin drink, just to see if it would deaden it. It's just like it's killing me.
It's really
It just
funny.
tastes
dude.
like grandma's. It just tastes like grandma.
Okay. what you usually drink tastes like bug spray. So that's fine. It's fine if you don't like it, but what I'm telling you is I drank this and I said Bosch is going to love this because you like the taste of chemicals.
We got a few minutes here.
Yeah.
Like quick transition.
Sure.
I know it's been, but before we move on, Hudson Valley Legends.
Mm-hmm.
It's iTunes,
everywhere.
Beyond Pod, Stitcher, Overcast, whatever you get. Wherever
Are you on
get your
Spotify? Because apparently people are fucking pissed off that we're not on Spotify.
Okay. Why are you listening to fucking podcasts on Spotify?
I know.
You crazy
I've
motherfuckers.
never done that.
Are you nuts?
I've
Are you
never done
nuts?
I have to set that up because it was. I'm the
No,
old
don't
lady
set
from
it
the
up.
past.
Don't set it up.
I want
You
people to
shouldn't set
listen.
it up.
I gotta set
I'm
it
not
up
gonna be an
now.
anarchist about it.
But apparently, when podcasts first came out on Spotify, if you didn't have like millions of followers,
Right.
they were
You
like,
had to be
"Fuck
Joe
you,
Rogan."
fuck
Yeah.
you, we don't care about you."
Yeah, fuck them, man.
Now
I
I
gotta do it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Fuck them, but I gotta do it because I gotta get the clicks.
But who the fuck is listening to you on Spotify? They're inserting their own commercials and shit.
Dude, I want the bag, so I'll put it on Spotify. That's fine.
It's
trash. Really stupid.
I agree with you. I agree. I don't understand it. But if that's what people want, if it gets people to come back to the show, you got to remember, like.
But I don't even know if you can get on there right now.
Yes, I think smaller podcasts can absolutely get on there. Yeah.
It used to be.
It used
when
to be
they,
only the
when they
big
first
boys,
started
yeah.
doing it, they had to invite you.
Yeah.
There was no possible way to go, "Hey, could I have my podcast on your platform?" They would invite you to be on there.
Yeah.
But like, it's the way this is. It's a free service.
I was gonna say the game's gonna constantly change. Every year that goes by, it's gonna get different. So it's gonna be hard to keep up with it.
And as long as you keep offering a free, keep offering free. I use that.
This show's always going to be
loosely.
free. I think the subscription format is the dumbest fucking thing.
I understand,
Yeah.
but what I'm trying to get at is, as long as you're offering free content, you have to play ball.
Yeah.
You have no choice. You have to. You're at. Okay, fine. Because if you're gonna try and rebel against the whole thing, which I would love to do,
Sure.
I would fucking love to rage against Spotify. But
please write that down. That's a beautiful name.
You can write it down.
In-
The chalk's gotten very small, and I don't want to do it anymore.
in the end, you just got to do it because you're gonna get clicks, and clicks gets you, numbers, and numbers gets you advertising.
Yeah, and I get that, and I'm not saying we shouldn't do it. I'm saying if they're going to be shitty about it, make it hard. They're whatever they're doing is failing.
Yeah.
Scared me.
Like when I jump on a platform, if I have to take 15 fucking steps, I'm done with Facebook. I am done with Facebook. The second that it becomes not a thing anymore, I'm jumping fucking ship.
Yeah.
I fucking hate using Facebook for my business. I hate it
It's
so
terrible.
much. I can't
But
get anything.
you
Nobody
still-
can
you still need it.
see my shit on there.
You still need it.
Yeah.
You still need to do it.
Yep.
But we're not that far off from not needing to do it.
True.
And who cares? Like when I have to take I said it before. Why click one thing when you can click 7 fucking things?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
It's bullshit.
It's a bummer.
ridiculous.
But we've been, I don't know if you've been following the show,
Yes.
but
Did you just agree that he doesn't know that you've been following
No,
the
I've
show?
actually
or
been
you have
following. I've been
Okay.
following the show. I've
Just
been
clarify.
listening.
we've been following Dave G,
Ah, yes, I'm familiar.
a Hudson Valley hero.
Oh,
Hang
yes.
on one sec.
Please.
We got to do the thing here.
I'm gonna find you one day.
Dead Radio presents Hudson Valley Heroes.
Hudson Valley Heroes.
Wow, that clipped a little.
Yeah, a little bit. I just left. I just leave it. Fuck it. What am I gonna do? Go back and chop up the Hudson Valley Heroes
No,
bed
it's-
just
keep it.
to get rid of that one clip?
The clip is beautiful.
So, Dave G's back. He's been back.
Yeah. He's posting too much for me to watch.
Like, it's to the point where you're like, Jesus Christ. And you skip over some of his videos are like 30 seconds long, which are perfect for him.
Some of them are
23 minutes
23
long.
minute
22?
diatribes about how you should unfollow popular YouTubers because they're not making porn.
Well,
I heard that.
well,
one.
strap in because he's got another one
Oh boy,
about that.
I haven't seen what he looks like yet. I'm excited.
Oh, he looks
goody.
great. He's
I
really
bet he's
attractive.
He looks exactly.
He hardly ever wears sunglasses indoors.
Yeah, there he goes.
Jesus Christ, look at this guy. Oh man.
So, if anybody's
wow.
just catching up here,
I need that
Dave
poster.
G is a local YouTuber. He lives in Poughkeepsie. I have found that he lives in
I can
Poughkeepsie.
smell the socks.
Yeah, he is a filthy human being. He vapes like a motherfucker. He vapes like no one's business.
I
and,
love him.
A true Hudson Valley hero.
That poster's really nice behind him.
It
too.
is.
I think it's a tapestry.
It looks like
Yeah, it's like a,
Dune.
it's
It
like
looks
a
like
Mars.
one of those like bullshit things you'd get at like a fair when they use the spray
Yeah.
paint and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat.
So he's got his signature Hudson Valley Renegades hat on. I know you can't see the label, but I've watched the fucking episode. And his Terminator sunglasses on.
Yes.
And I've highlighted some, I've highlighted some really, specific clips where he makes really good points.
Move over, Hudson Valley Legends.
The title of the episode is "I think Jacqueline Glenn should do porn." Lots of exclamation points. Hashtag stop supporting Jacqueline Glenn. Now he's done this rant before,
Yes.
but apparently she keeps giving. I don't know if
She keeps not doing porn. is
she
the
keeps
problem.
not doing porn,
Yeah.
so it's very frustrating. And
That's tough. Yeah.
he has some opinions about that. So
conundrum.
we'll listen. Here's
see
a
what he
couple
has to
clips
say.
from Dave G.
I cannot. Why do people still continue to support Jacqueline Glenn? She's a fucking redheaded, bitchy atheist. People send her shit from she gets stuff from letters from youngins. She gets in her last video that she made that people sent her creepy stuff. What was it called that she did? I got some really disturbing letters from kids. She did an unboxing, and if you see it, before you click on video, it's got a picture of a dick. Yeah, some kind of a dick that's like a kind of a thing.
Sorry guys,
So
this is a visual.
That's a visual.
He did a 1, 2, 3.
It's a 1, 2, 3 penis.
Yeah.
It's this is a visual This is a visual show.
But they
She
can't
got.
see this.
I got some really disturbing letters from kids.
And then
There you go.
Hi, I have not done an unboxing in so long. You have no idea
Are you
how
serious?
much I have accumulated. It's insane. So I'm gonna try
This
Who
guy
cares what you got,
rules.
bitch?
to get through the most of this. Hopefully, it's nice things. And I don't get anything too crazy this unboxing. But hey, it's almost a guarantee. There's always someone who sends me some crazy shit.
And she gets packages from Amazon. People keep sending her gifts and packages.
He's watching his own video.
He's watching her
on his own
unbox
video.
something that he
unbox
sent.
something and then cutting to a clip of him complaining about her.
And then complaining about that.
About that, yeah.
Fucking amazing.
This is very deep. There's this is a
There's
very
layers.
thick.
It's like an onion.
Yes, or a parfait.
Why are you people supporting Jacqueline Glenn?
Before I start opening,
Yeah, why?
Oh.
Why do people support Jacqueline Glenn?
Guys,
Fucking cunt, fucking bitch. Stop supporting Jacqueline Glenn.
as
Meanwhile,
someone,
But she's supporting him.
as someone who's dealt with some crazy fucking people before, don't keep poking this rattlesnake.
Oh, I'm poking him.
He's coming. He's coming soon,
She
guys.
is
He's
fine.
knocking on your door.
She is fine because she's 3,000 miles away.
You know, you guys aren't though.
Yeah, but I have guns.
I'm not worried.
He's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, Lodi.
If he's
He's
coming,
gonna
I'm
be
like,
on.
Jay,
He's gonna be on
fucking
this show,
Jay!
not in
You
this
are
basement.
Are you gonna make him call
No,
in?
he's not gonna be in this basement. But we're gonna meet him. We're gonna buy some
Skype
vape.
with
We're
him.
gonna buy some vape juices from
He
him.
He has posted
Yeah.
his PO box on his YouTube page. You can.
Yeah, you can just send him shit.
So, do you guys have a PO?
Uh huh.
Okay, I was gonna say because I do, because you can use mine if you want to send him some.
Oh
shit
no,
before
no,
I
do we have a
close it
PO
up.
box?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Well, you don't need to send something with a return address.
Well, that's
I can just go to the
true,
post
yeah,
office.
that's true, yeah.
Yeah, but we're gonna send him stuff like some stickers.
Stickers.
Yeah.
I sent this guy a fucking T-shirt.
Yeah.
Just I want.
Yeah.
Could you imagine him wearing it with his Renegades hat?
We're gonna get through Creator
Give him
Fest.
some knitting his metal swag.
We're gonna
Throw
get,
it in.
we're gonna
Throw
go-
it in.
we're gonna get through Creator Fest, and then we're gonna cultivate this relationship because this guy,
He's coming.
yeah, we can get like national recognition on many larger podcasts.
How many
through this
followers
fellow.
does he have?
He's got like 50 somewhere in there.
It's not that many, but the thing with
more than I
Jacqueline
thought.
Glenn, she has
millions
of
Oh,
followers.
okay.
She's huge, and she's called him out. So if we interact with him a little bit, and then maybe archive some of his stuff,
I like to think he's like a Tony Clifton kind of thing. Like, this is all bullshit.
Oh, you would love to think that.
I
but
do. I
it's
want
not
to. I
true.
know it's not.
Is,
I know
he
it's
is
not.
mildly addicted to drugs and unemployed, and yeah.
You've watched a lot of his videos.
See,
he's watched more.
How many videos does he have?
Dozens now,
A
but he's taken a
lot.
bunch down a bunch of times.
Well, he cleared out his stock and then started re-uploading. It's much better quality now, I would say.
He's just got a better phone.
Yeah. He worked his ass.
had to get the
he
upgrade
worked his
this time.
ass off from 1995 to 2013, and he's retired.
Now he's retired.
Oh, he's retired.
Yeah.
He's done working.
He did
Don't tell me to get a job.
Yeah, 18 years of hard work. 18 years of hard work. You know, you deserve something.
Huh. Yeah, no, he's a treat.
Hang on, there's more.
Oh,
He has some questions to ask.
vape is
and
killing
he loves to vape, and he takes long pulls.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some
my
fucking
God.
clouds.
Oh my God. This does look like a cat claw.
This bitch, Jacqueline Glenn should do porn. Jacqueline Glenn should do porn. You want to support somebody? Support your favorite porn star. Support your favorite porn actress. Support your favorite porn star, porn actress. Somebody who was into the whole adult thing, whatever, or something.
He's a wordsmith.
I think Dave should do porn. Hashtag Dave should do
Dave
porn.
G should do
Dave
porn.
G should do
If
porn.
we did this exact same video just towards him, just be like, this is bullshit.
I could do this.
Yeah.
This is me when I'm not really trying very hard.
Like, if we just put a single static camera angle at you and you're like, Dave G should do porn. Dave G should do porn.
And then
Dave
take
G
this
should
video
do
of
porn.
him watching Jacqueline Glenn, and then have like this fucking this inception going on of just like never-ending clips.
He's
It'd
got
be
serious
beautiful.
questions to ask, though.
I'm ready.
This bitch has never gotten naked once. I would love to see what this bitch looks like naked. Does she have like big tits, small tits?
Oh my
Holy
God.
shit.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Yeah, and she's opening a timestamp.
So he's basically reviewing her video while he's telling people to not review her videos
He lives in the Hudson Valley.
in Poughkeepsie.
He lives in Poughkeepsie.
Yes, he does.
He's like...
He's not far from here.
It's like 3 miles from here.
Yeah,
right?
he's not far from here.
Stop it.
I swear to God. We kind of sort of figured out where he lives.
This is happening. This is all happening. We have a
need to
music
go
festival
home now.
to put
This is
on.
not safe for
We have
me
a music
anymore.
festival to put on before we dive
Homie's
into this.
coming. He's gonna be there on the 5th.
I mean, that's
with
kind
any
of why
luck.
we haven't put anything out there yet. He doesn't know that we're talking about him.
Okay.
He has no idea.
Not yet.
I can.
We're gonna
help
wait
you.
till after Creator
You
Fest.
tell me when.
And then we're gonna
I'm
right
ready.
after Creator Fest, we're gonna send him some stickers. We're gonna say we're really big fans.
Yeah.
We're gonna
You
maybe
guys are
send him
poking
some
a rattlesnake,
Tom.
man. That's not good. This is a scary dude.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
This guy's got fucking problems.
Whatever
we know.
Yeah.
We fucking know.
Yeah.
On.
Guys, I've gone to the woods to talk to alien abductees.
It's
I'm
just like,
telling
this-
you.
this
don't
I would
do
not
this.
do.
Don't do this.
Well, there's more.
It's gonna be a Hudson Valley Legends episode
Yeah,
where
when
we're
y'all
both
fucking die.
murdered.
Timmy. Yes, they do, a little bit.
I want to know what this bitch looks like naked.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Your house looks like clean.
Fucking Jacqueline Glenn, man.
You know that
Fucking
sweater's
Jacqueline
been
Glenn.
hanging there
This
for
Yeah,
like a
bitch,
month.
you
yeah.
know.
This sweatshirt
How
right
long has it
there,
been
got
there?
some
that's been up
disturbing
there since '99.
But
Oh no,
Like,
guys! Oh,
I
he's selling
didn't
vape juice.
I didn't have a ton of time to like dig through this video, but
Yeah,
like
it's
he
20
goes,
fucking
he
minutes.
goes, "Do you have big tits? What do you have hair down there?" He like, "Oh yeah,"
my
like he goes through the
God.
whole thing. The thing is, like, what I can gather from him is that he watches her videos and he's frustrated that she doesn't like that she doesn't do porn because he likes her.
Right.
He likes her.
Well,
He
I
keeps
think
calling
it's-
her an
I thi-
atheist bitch and all this stuff
I think
too.
it's one of those things where, like, YouTubers, like, yeah, wear low cut top to get fucking whatever,
Sure.
and he's like, "Why
don't know
don't
what you're talking
you should do
about."
porn? Do porn right now, because I deserve porn."
Yeah.
That guy's a fucking piece of shit.
Well, he's like a 5-year-old who picks on the
Yeah.
girl he has a crush on.
Yes, I think that's what it is. I really do. But you know, he's also an entrepreneur.
Sweet stuff. I highly recommend getting Strawberry Strike.
No
This
fucking
is
way.
really, really good. Like you've seen, I put it on my finger. Oh, delicious.
Yeah, you make that in your
Delicious.
tub. No.
Oh wait, I
Strawberry
think
Strike.
And you can
Get
buy
Strawberry
that bottle
Strike. Oh my
that
God.
he
like-
just put on his finger. and
we
then
need
put
some
on
more
his thumb.
context. I'm sorry, I didn't back it up far enough. But yeah,
And if you're looking to vape, like I do, and if you like sweet stuff, I highly recommend getting Strawberry Strike.
yeah.
This is really, really good. Like you've seen, I put it on my finger. Oh, delicious, delicious. Strawberry Strike. Get Strawberry Strike.
This guy actually tastes like literally puts his vape
Like,
juice
he
on his
dabs-
finger and
dabs vape
tastes it like Dracar Noir, and
Throwback.
to fucking determine whether or not he's gonna enjoy it. Vape, yeah.
I'm worried about you
And
guys.
yeah, I don't know if Adam mentioned it, but you can get that bottle of vape juice for $20 or
like $20 or
$25.
$25.
$20 or $25, depending
$10
whatever you want to give me.
Yeah, the specific, the specific
That is a direct
ones,
quote.
Whatever you want to
The
give me.
specific ones that he listed the last time he was selling them were like $4 to $10 more than retail value.
Brilliant.
Yeah, yeah, it's a great
He's
marketing
a great. Yeah,
scheme.
no, he's great at selling.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I'll stock it in knitting his metal. What do you think?
yeah.
Get his
I just
vape
want to
juice.
hang out with him.
No, you don't.
I don't know if you want to hear more about
Oh my
vape
God,
juice.
like- If you're gonna vape, this is really, really, really fucking good.
Oh.
He's not being paid.
And this one, keep it milk, keep it 100 milk.
So I'm supposed to buy it from his
keep it-
house? Like,
Yeah,
He's
you
selling
have
me
to
used
meet. No. You have to have cash
In
hand.
hand. Cash in hand.
And you have to meet him at his house, or he will meet you at some place.
He's not going. He's not shipping it out to Serbia
Yeah,
or
or
some
Australia.
fucking or Australia or some fucking
Well,
place
y'all
like
got
that.
quotes and shit.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he will not ship his vape juices to Serbia or Australia, but he will meet you in Poughkeepsie.
Okay.
And then you can pay him
Not Serbia,
five-
not Australia.
$5
Poughkeepsie.
to $10 over retail value
For the
used
open
vape juice.
used vape
yeah,
juice.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
No,
it's
he's,
gonna be great.
He's a treat. He's a real
It
treat.
makes me laugh so much. His videos are so fucking funny because
Let's
it's
go.
basically this. I mean, I don't have too much more on top of this because he switches from stop supporting Jacqueline Glenn, Jacqueline Glenn, take your clothes off. Hey, I have this vape juice. Would you like to buy it? And then stop supporting Jacqueline Glenn. Why do people watch her videos? She should do stuff naked. Hey, this is a really good vape juice.
And then there's also, hey, hire me. Here's my PO box. And then in the background is like a piece of paper taped to the back of his car with his phone number.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have his phone number.
Oh my god.
Actually, anyone who follows him has his phone number.
He wants you to talk to him so badly.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that
So
my
there's-
boyfriend texted me that when you said that name, you set off his Alexa.
Oh.
Oh, all right.
So my niece set off our podcast.
Yeah.
listeners.
Oh.
I wonder how many. of
Alexa,
those-
play sex noises.
Hey Siri, set an alarm for 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh, boo.
But I mean, this is the
Okay,
gist.
Google, set an alarm for 4 a.m. tomorrow morning.
So those little snippets are pretty much the entire video. He
Nobody
just
has
he
Bigsby.
likes to repeat himself a
Yeah.
lot. I mean, he does post videos like this, which are just which are like just there's music attached to
Jesus
it,
Christ, no, I don't want to see
and
this.
it's just look, it's fine. He's just
But the thing is, it's slightly less crazy than Frank 289-100.
what it says is which we haven't
We had
revisited.
another crazy guy. It kind of fizzled.
It
but,
definitely
yeah.
fizzled. But there's a difference between being retired and being lazy. Retired people have money to live. Lazy people don't want to work. I'm retired. I worked my ass off from 1995 to 2013, solid 18 years, to get where I am today in an apartment with fucking clothes everywhere.
And still
don't
saying
believe
like
me?
I need money and need to work.
Yeah.
What is FUKAWF?
Fuck off.
Fuck off. All right. I don't need to explain my life to you again. Fuck off. So you're either a fan or you're not.
I
And
mean,
that's-
I'm a fan.
I'm a huge fan. I love this guy. He's a gem, and that's what makes him a Hudson Valley hero. These are your listeners. You have to connect. If you're going to
You know
take your
what?
podcast to the next level, you have to reconnect.
I'm just worried about y'all. You guys ain't gonna make it into fucking June. You're not seeing the summer. There's no way. You're fucking with a crazy dude.
He doesn't know we're fucking with him yet, though.
Oh,
Not
he'll
yet.
learn. Dude, you don't
He
think
gonna
he's
learn
gonna go
today.
back and he's gonna listen to hours of your show?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Oh yeah.
He's that kind of
He's gonna
obsessed.
look for himself and then he's gonna post videos about you. That's exciting. That's a little exciting.
That's exciting.
That's a little fun,
I'm
actually.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with all of this.
But there's other Hudson Valley heroes that we have.
Well, I know about the comedian guy. He's wonderful.
Comedian guy. Oh, Hudson Valley Hank?
Yeah, wonderful.
Hudson Valley Hank just put out the natural...
the Natty Light video.
The Natty Light video.
he's amazing.
I hadn't watched it. It took me, I just hadn't had the time to sit down and really sit. And Adam came to the show right before we watched the show. He was just like, we need to watch this right now. You have to watch this. I fucking belly laughed for fucking 3.5 minutes solid. That motherfucker is so funny.
He's hysterical.
I love him. And not like in a sarcastic
No,
Dave
he's
G way.
awesome.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Hudson Valley Hank on YouTube. Subscribe. He's the best.
Yeah, he's really
The
funny.
best part is at the end, he's like, "Do you think the lawn's long enough to mow?" And he just goes.
He drinks. He's like just
He drinks like a 30 rack of Natty Light, like allegedly. It's a
Yeah.
video. It's
Yeah,
parody.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
funny, but
He
yeah.
drunkenly says, "You think it's too late to mow the grass?" And
No,
then the
no,
next
not too late. He goes, "Do you think the lawn is long enough to mow?"
to mow. And then the next clip is him just driving on his mower at like 10 o'clock at night, just into the
Like
darkness.
if you took your iPhone and turned the flash on, like the light, and it's just him passing in and out of the light on a riding
Oh, it's
lawnmower, and he's
amazing.
like 300 pounds with his shirt open. Oh my god! Everyone needs to follow that show. It's way better than ours.
And also,
it's like 14 minutes a week.
we do have the Hudson Valley Pizza King. Have you followed the Hudson Valley Pizza King?
No, what? You guys are giving me legends right now. How you gotta give me
So
this
the
gold
last one
off
that I
air.
watched was when he was reviewing ice cream.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
He took his daughter, the pizza princess, to review ice cream. But this is an interesting one because he's been taking off, and I want you to notice.
Yeah, 8 likes.
Yeah, 8 likes, 22 comments. I don't know where he's had where's the views? I don't
There's
know.
been a couple of them where he's had like hundreds.
Yeah.
Hundreds. Of
So
views.
read this. Well, they invited me to do a redemption review, so here it is. So this pizza place, he did a review. This pizza place picked up on it.
I watched this one, yeah.
And then, so he went, they were like, hey, come back, we fixed shit.
You're like, I don't know how I feel about this.
I like to make quality entertainment, and it just it bothers me. It just bothers me.
Is it that 50% of it is the fucking roof of the car?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a lot of
that's a
problems
problem.
here.
That's a lot of problems.
But he's not that bad at this.
No.
He's pretty good at this, but he just needs a little panache.
he needs to lean into the terrible part of it.
Yes. that's what
Or stop the terrible
he
part.
needs
of
to
it.
stop it or lean in. I agree.
Where Hudson Valley Hank has leaned into
That's just fucking funny,
way
though.
into it.
like where he's chugging old granddad and slamming on the bottom of the stairs. You know,
I-
this is It needs to seem purposeful.
Do you want to hear
That's
from
the problem.
the Hudson
Yeah,
Valley Pizza
let's
King?
listen to it. Let's check it out.
Hello folks, Hudson Valley Pizza King here, doing a redemption video or redemption review for Villa Positano. I got the name right this time, hopefully.
He did.
Last time I did the review here, I said it was way too much cheese and too much oil and needed more sauce. I got a video back from the owner himself saying that, correcting me on how I say the restaurant, so I think I got that right. Also, he said he'd take my recommendations into consideration and do more sauce, less cheese. We're gonna check it out now. First thing I'm gonna do is check out the flop, like usual.
I think he has a great
This is
system.
the board.
We've talked about this.
Yeah, he has a great system. I think he has integrity. I just think he needs help.
Has it almost like a cracker feel to the
production.
bottom of it?
Yeah, his production. You mean don't film on the dashboard of your fucking Subaru? Yeah.
Just angle it down and wear a fun T-shirt.
Vertically is the problem.
Yeah, we want.
I think it's a
landscape.
Honda.
71 fucking views.
Which I like. It smells good too. Crust smells
But
really good.
I like his rating system. I like I like a lot of things about it, but I
Do a
think
drip
he just
test here.
needs.
He's doing the drip test and you're missing it.
Too much oil. There's some oil, but not like last time.
This is my favorite part. When he reviews pizza, he tries to eat as much of it as he can while he's talking.
Oh my god.
I'm convinced he never swallows.
I don't know if they changed the crust on it or not, but it has more of like a cracker taste to it than actual pizza crust taste. It's different. I like it.
And you guys, you watch this, huh?
Well, he does.
I watch it all the time. This is the most entertaining
I
shit
don't think
I've
I
ever
could
seen.
give a fuck less.
Do you like pizza?
I love pizza.
Look at it. He's halfway done with the slice and he's still
I
talking.
mean, I think it's a valid format. I think
Last
it's a
one was
good
very
thing to
cheesy
talk
and oily.
about, but he just needs to work on his
no
production
oil on it at
value.
all.
He needs a lapel mic and a real camera.
He needs a lapel mic in his car.
Giant bite of the crust side.
Yeah, that was a hell of
But
a bite.
50%
very
of
good.
the video is the roof of the car. That's the problem.
And the other 50% is him talking
So
with his
as
mouth
I go
full.
about the pizza review game, I've decided myself that
You guys
I'll
gotta
probably
change
only
your
be doing 2
standards.
reviews a week.
But the thing is, like, I want to support this guy because he's trying. But
What's
I
he
want,
trying
I
to
want
do, though? He's trying to eat pizza.
He's trying to talk shit about pizza.
That's fine.
He's trying to
He's
step
trying to
up
he's
Hudson
trying to do
Valley
some
pizza
local
game.
shit. And if he were to come on the show, I would say all the things I just said to you to him. I'd be like, "Well, the video is bullshit. It's terrible. The video is terrible.
Yeah, it needs to be cut in half because it's 3 minutes and 30
Yeah,
seconds.
I
It's
can't
way
watch
too
3
long.
minutes of
It
that,
should be
no.
Cut in half.
It should be 1 minute.
Yeah,
it should be
totally.
like Instagram video,
Totally.
and it should be either in square format or wide frame
I
format.
agree with everything you
Yeah.
just said. If you cut that, I cannot watch 4 minutes
Yeah.
of an old man sitting in a car eating pizza.
He's
There's-
not an old man. That guy's like 32.
He needs to take a couple bites.
That guy's like 32.
He's at least 28.
That guy
28.
could definitely be younger than me.
I don't think so, guy.
No, I don't think so. I think he's in his 40s.
I think he's in his, I think he's high up 40s.
I feel like you get too many compliments on your hair at Craft and Cup. that guy could be anywhere between 32 and 42.
These are our people.
Yeah.
These are the people doing YouTube and podcast
So I'm
stuff.
moving to
in the area.
Westchester in about a week, and I'm really excited about it.
Do you still consider Westchester the Hudson Valley?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a different breed, but yeah.
This is certainly a different
I mean,
breed.
as far as the tech, we talk about this all the time. Like if you're along the Hudson River and there's a mountain on either side, it's the Hudson Valley.
I know, but I just don't agree.
It's a.
I don't agree with
it's
geography.
It's a lifestyle. It really is.
Yeah, that's the
It
thing.
is. It's a culture thing.
I can see you being
You have to think local, shop local, and vote Republican.
Yeah,
that is
nailed
what
it.
makes you a Hudson Valley resident.
As you touch the big black dick, but yeah. Poetically.
Oh my God!
Oh,
I think that's where we end.
On the big black dick. Let's do this.
Holy Moses!
I didn't even get to do this.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
You did get the clip. Oh, yay.
Ah, Jesus, Tony, another Another burner of an episode. Loved it.
I always love being here. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for playing along.
Every time. You lost me there at the end with the pizza guy, but you know what? I've been with you this whole train ride, though. I'm hanging on, baby.
So, yeah, Toni O, it's knittingismetal.com, at knittingismetal on Instagram. Check out all that stuff. It's, what do you say, esoteric?
Esoteric.
You just say esoteric. That's how you
Yeah, it's
say it.
esoteric knitting stuff.
How do you say esoteric? You just say what you just said.
It's a place for people to take up knitting, learn about knitting, and people who I guess, wouldn't be considered, quote, part of the knitting crowd.
Not your grandma style.
Yeah, not your grandma's style of knitting. Also, Hudson Valley Legends is back. If you're a fan of the show, you'd know that we're huge fans of Toni's show, Hudson Valley Legends. She's back. She's putting out new episodes very soon.
Yes.
Go to your favorite podcast app that isn't Spotify and type in Hudson Valley Legends and subscribe. I suggest Beyond Pod or Stitcher or Overcast.
I suggest iTunes.
iTunes. If you have Apple, use iTunes.
Yeah, because the whole
yeah
part
things.
It works really well on an iPhone.
Hudson Valley Legends on Instagram. Do you have a website for that?
No, I'm bringing everything back.
Okay,
Give
so
me
it's
time.
not up. It's not up yet. Okay. Also, Toni's doing a Nickelback Torture Fest on
Correct.
GoFundMe. For every $1 that is donated to her GoFundMe, she has to listen to 1 minute of Nickelback's album Silver Side Up. So far, it's up to $170.
$170. I'm about 4 listens right now.
I drunkenly gave you $50.
I saw that. I thought you were drunk too. I really thought
He
that.
told me, I was like, "You're a piece of shit. Why would you do that?"
I saw your name come up and went, "This motherfucker."
Yeah, I could have just given $50
You gave her the album plus 10 minutes. 'Cause when you came in on Saturday to the shop, I was just like, I'm like, what's it up to? You were
120.
I was like, oh my God, that album can't be more than 40 minutes. And you're like, it's exactly 40 minutes.
40
long.
minutes. And then I just see my email go bloop, and I'm like, fucking Adam.
So yeah, if you want to contribute to her misery a little bit more,
Yeah,
are you going to
just
be
give
listening
just
to it?
$50.
during
$50 minimum.
Creator Fest?
I was thinking about that. I got to think about it, how I want to do this. Depends how much we get. If not, I'm going to probably do a live Instagram feed.
Oh my God.
And then people can tune in and out.
And just knitting while you're
And
doing
just,
it?
yeah, just throwing a shitstorm about it. Yeah.
That is amazing. Like, we didn't even look up what tracks are on that. We could have dug into
None
this.
of there's one. How You Remind Me is the only thing. And then the rest is all garbage. I mean, it's all garbage.
It's all garbage.
It's all garbage.
Wait. I'm sorry. I just have to look real quick at the track listing. Never Again, burn it.
Oh, so you know more than I do.
Never Again, How You Remind Me, Too Bad.
I remember Too Bad.
Man, this
is a bad fucking album,
This is
bro.
the really fucking bad one.
Yeah.
Because they had one before that you could probably tolerate, The State. I do remember that one. That was with I think it was called One Man Army or Photograph. I can't remember the name of the song. No, not Photograph.
No, the Photograph was.
I think it was called One Man Army. I was like, oh, this is kind of a cool song when it first came out, and then they did this shit.
Yeah.
This is garbage.
Yeah.
8 million
Sure is.
copies sold in Europe.
Sure did.
Or worldwide, I'm sorry.
Sure did.
8 million copies.
Yep.
Did you have it, Adam?
No.
Never had it.
No.
Do you know anybody that owned it?
No. I did not know one of those 8 million.
I remember there was a Facebook app, and it was called Who to Unfollow on Facebook.
Yes.
And then you just clicked on it,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
downloaded it, and then it just said 8 of your friends like Nickelback. You should unfollow them.
Yeah.
And then there was the MySpace. Can this pickle get more likes than Nickelback? And the pickle did.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a great day in MySpace history.
Total album length is 39 minutes and 10 seconds.
Suck my dick. So it's not even 40 minutes. Are you serious? Dude.
So you're going to have extra
you're,
few minutes
You're
in there.
already right now. You're at 3 times through the album.
Here's the good thing.
Yeah.
The 3 singles off the album are in the first 4 tracks. They're within the first 4 tracks. So Never Again, How You Remind Me, Woke Up This Morning, and then Too Bad. Boom. Right off the bat.
Good,
So
good.
if you slop over, you're hearing the hits. God damn it.
Oh,
You
it's
stepped
gonna
in
be a
shit.
treat.
I would rather listen to Chumbawamba.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I would rather.
I would pay you $100 to listen to Chumbawamba instead of this.
It has a note here that Chad Kroeger did the solo on Too Bad.
Oh, lucky us.
Oh man, this is bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna figure out the logistics of it though afterwards.
Produced by Rick Parisher, who also produced Temple of the Dog.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yes.
Just like Bob
Sit
Rock.
in that for a minute.
Huh.
Yeah. Can't shine shit. Anyway, yeah, we have some titles.
We do.
Let's vote. I got a couple myself.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I have a well powdered old lady.
Cute.
Purple, white, and fire.
Oh,
We're talking about Vanilla
Yeah.
Ice's. Yeah. That's
And then, can I read them?
You can if you can read my handwriting.
I'm gonna try.
No guests ever asked to read, so
Yeah.
go do it.
I care deeply about Guy Fieri. Isolate that, please.
Oh no.
Chandler from.
Wait. Kill the bed. All right.
Okay,
Start
yeah,
over.
I'll do it real sexy. I care deeply about Guy Fieri.
No problem.
Thank you. Chandler from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. More clunky than funky. A human hair jacket. I don't like that one. I don't like it.
Out of context, it's really bad.
It's not good. And we talked about the Germans. It's just not good. They're just fun atheists. And Rage Against Spotify.
I don't know. I care deeply about.
I care deeply about Guy
I care
Fieri.
Deeply.
Deeply, guys.
For me, it would have been that one, and then Chandler.
Chandler, yeah, yeah.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Oh,
All right, it's gonna be I care deeply about Guy Fieri, right? Is everyone?
Oh yeah,
I'm in
absolutely.
agreement. Absolutely.
Dumb as shit. Oh man, what a great show! Thank you so much for coming, Toni.
Thank you very much for having me.
Once again, knittingismetal.com, at knittingismetal on Instagram. Also, check out Hudson Valley Legends on your favorite podcast app, Beyond Pod, Stitcher, iTunes, all those good ones except Spotify. At Hudson Valley Legends on Instagram. Nickelback Torture Fest on GoFundMe.
Got it.
Hundreds of dollars need to be raised
Yes.
for that one.
We're good if we fucking end it
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. Like it's a good amount of money.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just
Yeah,
want to
but
see how far we
It's like
can go.
$170 right now.
170,
You're,
right?
Yeah,
you are
if we get that,
Fucksville.
if we get that, let's say $500.
Oh.
That's 50. What is that? 50 minutes? Is 500 minutes? I don't know. 50,000 minutes?
Oh,
I don't know.
man.
I'm bad at math.
Right now, wait, 170?
170 minutes.
So you have to listen to the album 4 times,
4 times
plus
right now.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
So that's what I said. Like four
It's
full
all-
listens.
it's
and
already
then
terrible.
The hits, and
Yeah.
you're done.
I can do it. I can do. I did Saint
I
Anger. I can
believe
do
you.
this. Yeah, Saint Anger
Yeah.
was the fucking. That was the top shelf of shit. Like
I
that
feel
was
like
horrible.
I feel like you could tune this out way
yeah,
better.
exactly. I can ignore this.
My favorite part about St. Anger was you tapped out.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I did
Halfway
it
through
at
the
home.
show, you were
I
like,
did it at home,
I
but here
can't
I
do
was
it.
like,
I'm done.
nope, we done. I can't do this anymore.
Amazing. All right, so that's it for this week. Next week, the Warp the Weft.
The Warp the Weft.
Oh, wonderful. Some good buddies of ours. We could talk to the drummer a little bit about Dungeons and Dragons. That was another thing I wanted to talk about with you because I know you're a Dungeons and Dragons fan,
am.
but we'll save it for next week. Anyway, yeah. So that's it. Thanks for listening. Anything else?
Nope.
I
think I'm
that's
good.
it. I need to go.
And that's how you end the
Tired.
show.